The new Firewell inside of Roblox Grow a Garden has not gotten enough love that it deserves. This thing can actually make you very rich. In this video, I decided to get every single mutation on the Firewell to see how much money it would actually make me, and you'll be shocked when you see the end result. So make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video to see how much the Firewell is actually worth with all of the mutations on it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my Firewell down right here, and then we're also going to go ahead and use some of our sugar apple seeds here. We do have sugar apples spawned over here, but we're going to go ahead and actually plant some new ones since those have tons of mutations on them. And with that, we're going to spawn in our apple gazelle pet, and we're also going to spawn in our mandrakes. What we're going to go ahead and do now is hit the grow all button on my main account here so we can get those sugar apples to grow in, and also our Firewell. All right, and there we go. So here is the new Firewell. These are actually pretty tiny, so we are going to pick these up and we're going to actually grow them in a second. But first, we're going to attempt to get the warp mutation with our apple gazelle. He's already boosted, so let's go ahead and pick up some of these sugar apples here. Surprisingly, we did not get the warp mutation from that, so let's go ahead and grow all again and then try that again. Sometimes this happens, but we should be able to get it within the next grow all or two grow alls. Let's see. Bro, why are we actually not getting the warp mutation? Usually we get it pretty quickly. Do they nerf this guy? I don't know. Seems to be about the same % chance. All right, let's keep trying. All right, we're still not getting it, dude. I don't know what's going on here. Just making sure we didn't get it like on anything else. Like maybe it's bugging out or something, but I don't see it on anything. So I think we're just having an issue here. All right, well, I guess I'll keep trying. Just give me a minute here. We should be able to get it in a second. I don't know why it's taking so long. There we go. Finally, we got the warp mutation to spread to one of our plants here. So it's on one of our sugar apples that's already established. So, all right, it just took a couple of tries today. Usually we get a lot faster, but our luck today, I guess, is just not very good. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these up then, now that we're done with these sugar apples. All right, and let's go ahead and pick up our apple gazelle, and then let's go ahead and get our mandrake seeds ready here with an advanced sprinkler and some watering cans. We're going to go ahead and place a couple of these down and try to get the rot mutation done real quick. All right, there we go. We got the rot mutation to spread over here to one of our sugar apples. So that mutation is now done, and we can go ahead and pick up the rest of these mandrakes and get started with the actual plant here. All right, let me go ahead and sell all this stuff that's in my inventory, get rid of these real quick, and let's pick up our mandrakes and let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our mooncats here, at least 7 of them. People were saying they nerfed the mooncats, but actually the mooncats just had a bug and they fixed it in this update. So now our mooncat should actually work correctly. We're gonna spawn in a triceratops to help speed up the growth, and let's go ahead and pick up all these firewells here, and let's go ahead and get our sprinklers down on this Firewell plant. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Grandmaster sprinkler here, Master sprinkler, our Godly sprinkler, Advanced, and Basic. There we go. And I believe this is an autumn plant, so we don't have any fall sprinklers on this account. Let me go grab one on my main account real quick, and then we'll throw that in the mix. All right, there we go. We have a maple sprinkler added from our main account now, and now we should be able to get some pretty big firewells here, and it's growing actually pretty quick. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this right here and see if our mooncats will help boost this. There's a couple of them here, so hopefully that'll help give us a little bit of a mooncat boost. But now that we have all of our sprinklers down and we have our mooncats, we should be able to get a pretty big firewell, and then we can start getting all the mutations added to this thing, and we'll also get all of these extra admin mutations moved over to it as well. So we're gonna have a really expensive firewell today. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite these just so when we attempt to get the rainbow mutation done, we don't have to worry about these converting to rainbow over here, although we have a lot of these things that are mutated like crazy. So I'm gonna have to favorite like everything over here. All right, I got some more mooncats sleeping. We have a couple of them up here. Let me move this over here because there's like 3 of them right there, and then hopefully we get a pretty big one to grow in. These 2 are decent, but they're not as big as we definitely could get it. Can I move this, please? All right, so we're gonna let that do its thing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and look through here, make sure we get everything favorited so we don't pick anything up. There are so many sugar apples in here that we're gonna have to favorite and make sure are safe. All right, sorry, I'm multitasking here, but I'm gonna keep moving this into the pile of mooncats to try and get a big firewall to grow in. This dude is hitting the sugar apples. That doesn't really help us out, but sure, thanks, man. All right, so I'm gonna wait for a big firewall to grow in. I'm gonna keep favoriting all these sugar apples because there's actually so many. Once we get a pretty big firewall to grow in, we'll come back, get rainbow on it, and then start getting all the mutations. There's just so many plants today. The admin event really is slowing me down because there's so many things I gotta favorite, and I'm gonna have to unfavorite all of them later. So just give me a minute. I'm gonna come back once we have a big firewall and all this is favorited to save some time. All right, so we are back, and we actually got blessed today because we got rainbow firewells, and also these things grew way bigger than I thought they were going to. So yeah, this one that's actually the biggest one is surprisingly rainbow. So we don't have to go through the whole process of waiting for our butterfly to do its magic on it. So that's actually crazy that we got a rainbow on our first try. And I just spent all that time favoriting all of our fruits so the butterfly wouldn't eat it and eat all the mutations and move them over here. So we actually got really lucky, but now I have to sit here and unfavorite all of them. But I'll do that in a little bit when we're going to get ready for our Spinos. But anyways, yeah, so we have our big Firewell here. It is already rainbow, which saves us some time, so we don't have to sit here and wait for the queen bee to cool down our butterfly and do all that stuff. So we're good with that. We can go ahead and actually start getting some mutations applied to this thing right away. So I'm going to go ahead and look through my sprays here. I do need to get pollinated on this. We're going to put that. We do have chocolate actually added over there, and windstruck is actually in the mix over here as well. We have tempestuous on plenty of fruits, so we can save those today. We are going to go ahead and put a honey sprinkler down though and add this onto there so we can get the honey glaze mutation. There we go. And then on our main account here, we're going to add the glimmering spray, the cloud touch spray, and the luminous spray. And we also just had our main account's Kitsune apply the chakra mutation in one of the sugar apples over here, or the carrots. So that's an extra mutation done as well. But there we go. Now we have some extra mutations added to our Firewell. It looks all beautiful and shiny. But we have 6 mutations on there from sprays, and we are good to go with that. We also don't need verdant, which I would normally spray that, but we already have the verdant mutation applied over here on one of our sugar apples, so we are fine, and we can save the verdant spray as well today. So yeah, a lot of our work was done from the admin events, which is actually crazy. So I am going to go ahead though and spawn in a carrot seed right here, and we're going to use our main account to spray the carrot with the shocked mutation spray. Okay, there we go. And now that we have a shocked carrot here, we can go ahead and spawn in our Raiju, and he is going to eat this carrot and then apply the static mutation around the area to maybe the sugar apples or our Firewell, or maybe some more carrots, because I am going to place a couple more down here. So that way we can get the static mutation, and that will be used for Storm Charge or Maelstrom later. Since he spawned in, we can go ahead and start getting all of our guaranteed mutation pets done and out of the way as well. So let's go ahead and spawn in our golden goose so we can get a fortune egg set. And let me just go through the mix here. We need our phoenix, so we can get the flaming mutation done. We don't need our pterodactyl because we already have tempestuous. We don't need glimmering spray because we already have the glimmering spray applied, or the luminous spray. We don't need that as well because we have that spray. We're gonna spawn in the cockatrice though for the toxic mutation. We do need our corrupt kitsune for the corrupt chakra or foxfire corrupt chakra mutation today. I believe we actually need some jackalopes because we did not get the sandy mutation applied to anything from what I've seen. So we're gonna spawn in 2 jackalopes. We don't need our peach wasp today, so we can save that. We do need our lemon lion to get the brain rot mutation done, so we're spawning him in. And I'm just trying to go down the list because my brain's just not working today, dude. There's so many mutations that we already got, so my head is just like not there. So I'm trying to remember like what we need because everything's kind of mixed today. It's different from our normal arrangement of pets. So let's wait for these pets to get done, get these mutations, and then we'll swap out with some new ones. But I'm gonna make sure I get all my other guaranteed-ish pets done. All right, I think we're good. I think I have everything ready in my hotbar now that I need to for our guaranteed pets. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and boost these jackalopes. So that one's already boosted, but I'm gonna boost this one. We're gonna get the sandy mutation done. Once sandy's done, we're actually gonna spawn in our swan and our badger so we can get cracked and we can get graceful done. And then I'm gonna also need a couple more toys so I can boost some of these other guaranteed pets, get them done a little bit faster. So I'm gonna gift myself some more pets. I mean, some more toys. Bro, I literally can't think today. My brain is like completely fried. I'm sorry, dude. This is not my normal mutation video. All right, there's so much going on today. My head hurts. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and boost the Raiju as well to save some time there. And let's just see if we can get the jackalopes done and get sandy. Once we get sandy, we could swap out with 2 of these guys down here. Failed. What about the other one? Failed. All right, we're gonna wait a little bit here to get sandy. I'm gonna give myself some more toys, so we'll be back in just a minute and we'll see what mutation we get done next. So I'll be right back. All right, we are good. I got some toys and some of our pets are going to apply their mutation. So we're gonna have the lemon lion give us the brain rot mutation, and we can swap him out for our swan. And we're gonna also boost some of these other guys. So let's boost the phoenix to get him done and out of the way. Let's boost the cockatrice to get him out of the way. And we can also boost the golden goose, and that should save us a couple minutes for those guys. And our jackalopes are still trying to apply sandy, so hopefully we can get that done pretty quickly. All right, but yeah, first pet to give us a guaranteed mutation today is the lemon lion. He has a pretty quick cooldown, so that saves us some time here. We can swap him out. All right, there we go. We have the brain rot mutation applied to a sugar apple, so he is done with his job. Pick him up, and we're gonna actually replace him with the swan because the swan is the next guaranteed mutation. We get graceful every 5 minutes, so that will help us out there. And phoenix is going next. We got the flaming mutation on a bunch of our sugar apples, and I think some of our carrots. So Phoenix is done. We can get rid of him. And I'm going to go ahead and replace the Phoenix with, I guess, the giant badger so we can get the crack mutation done since he goes pretty quickly. I'm also going to get some more carrot seeds ready so when we spawn in our kappas, we can get bloodlet done a little bit faster. All right, so our Raiju will be next and then our cockatrice, but our Raiju will eat this shock carrot and then apply static to a ton of stuff, probably just our other carrots since we have so many spawned in now. And then once he's done, I guess I'll replace him with the kappas or maybe the grizzly bears next so we get fall done. And then hopefully these jackalopes hurry up, bro, and give us sandy. We got to get these guys out of the way, dude. But, oh, our giant badger will be done as well with the Raiju and then also our cockatrice. So we'll have some more spots. We can throw some grizzly bears in here, the kappas, and get those mutations done. But, all right, Raiju, come eat this shock carrot, buddy. Don't eat. I hope I didn't forget to favorite something over there and he's gonna eat that. All right, good. I think we're good. He's targeting. Uh-oh. What did he just eat? Bro, you just ate one of my good carrots, I think. Or actually, no, I think he ate it from a apple that I didn't favorite because these are all favorited. All right, well, that's fine. We got static done. I don't even know what he just ate, bro. There's so many mutations. My head hurts. All right, and we just got toxic done on some more carrots. I believe this one. Did this one just get toxic on it? One of these I thought just got toxic done. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But the jackalope did just apply sandy as well. And then our badger is going to apply the crack mutation to a bunch of stuff, which he just did to this one. So we are good. All right, so Raiju's done. Cockatrice is done. Jackalopes are done because we just got sandy and badgers done with cracked. So we are good. We just got a bunch of mutations done out of the way. I am going to move. I don't know what carrots we got toxic on, so I'm just going to throw this one over here. And we just got 24 fruits with the cracked mutation, bro. We didn't even need that many, but thanks for your service, I guess. That works. I'm going to pick up some of these carrots to get them out of the way. We actually did get cracked directly on our Firewell, so we really don't need cracked on anything else. I might as well just pick up all these extra carrots that we have them on. There we go. Just move everything out of the way. There we go. So we're good with that. We got these guys done. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my grizzly bears now because we need to get the fall mutation done. The grizzly bears are going in. Let's go ahead and spawn the kappas in as well so we can get bloodlet done. We'll spawn in 2 kappas here, get us bloodlet done pretty quick. And then we're also gonna go ahead and just get our gnome out of the way since we have quite a lot of gnomes here. He's got a pretty high % chance to get the gnome mutation done. And then after we get these guys done, we'll do our chicken zombies and then we'll be ready for our AFK setup, which should be pretty easy today since we got a lot of the AFK mutations done already. We just need our Spinos to work in overtime today because there's so many mutations they got to move over, dude. Oh, wait, let me go ahead and boost the swan again. I didn't realize he was not boosted anymore, but that will give us the graceful mutation. And then our golden goose is also going to give us a fortune egg. Oh, thank you. You're placing it right next to our Spino platter. Thanks for your service. You'll enjoy your scrambled eggs. All right, I'm gonna pick up the golden goose now. Let's get the graceful mutation done from our swan. All right, we got to apply to a sugar apple. So one of these have graceful on them now. So the graceful is done. We can pick up our swan. And now we have 2 extra pet slots. So we're gonna go ahead and spawn in some chicken zombies to work on them to get the zombified mutation done and out of the way. And once we get pretty much all these pets done, then we'll be ready for our AFK setup. So I'm gonna wait around. I'm gonna boost the grizzly bears here just to help them out. And then we're gonna wait around, see what mutations we get next and work towards that AFK setup so we can just get everything applied to our Firewall. All right, so our Corrupt Kitsune is ready. Let's see if we get Foxfire, Corrupt Chakra. Okay, we got regular chakra on a bunch of stuff, including a sugar apple and some carrots. So we can go ahead and pick up these carrots since it's on a sugar apple over there with our other stuff. But yeah, there we go. All right, so Corrupt Chakra is done. We can go ahead and pick up our Corrupt Kitsune. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace them, I guess, with our Spriggans. We get Bloom done and they'll save some time. And then once our grizzly bears are done, we'll replace these with some more chicken zombies so we can make sure we get zombified done and out of the way. I think we're good. So now we just gotta wait for our kappas to give us bloodlet, our grizzly bears to give us fall, and then our gnome just failed, but we'll wait to try and get gnomed. And once our spriggan gives us bloom, which should be pretty easy, we can go ahead and get some more chicken zombies in here or just get ready for our AFK setup. Now, because we have so many of the mutations done today already, our AFK setup will probably be a lot smaller today, so we'll have to do the junk bot, of course, Corrupt Scarlet, Tranquil Scarlet, Griffin, and then just the spaghetti slots. But we will have about 3 slots open for Spinosauruses. So whenever we get started on that, we can get 3 of our Spinos ready, and then they can just start moving everything over to our Firewell already, which will be really helpful. And hopefully we can get the Firewell with all the mutations done within a couple hours. But yeah, this thing is about to be actually crazy and maybe even maxed out. We might have almost all the mutations on it today, like actually. So this will be an interesting one. This thing better be worth a lot of money. You better make us proud, Firewell. All right, so one of our grizzly bears finally just applied the fall mutation to one of our sugar apples. I don't know. There's so many sugar apples, dude, with so many mutations, but it's in there somewhere. But our grizzly bears are completed. They are done. So with that, I'm going to actually go ahead and spawn in a... not that, but I'm going to spawn in another chicken zombie, and I'm going to spawn in my queen bee to help with some of these cooldowns so we can get the rest of these pets done, and then we'll get ready for our AFK grind pets. But our first two chicken zombies here are almost done with their cooldown, so I'm going to go ahead and boost them and see if we can get the zombified mutation out of the way, and hopefully we can, because that would help us a lot, so we can get moving along, and then we could just get the bloodlet mutation done, gnome done, and bloom, and then we could be ready for our AFK grind. I mean, we really don't need to get these guys. We can actually just include in our AFK grind, but it's easier if we get them done now. So there's less to look around for later in the mix of a million mutations. But fall's at least done. We're going to see if we get the rest of these done. Hopefully we can get zombified done in the next 2 minutes, and we'll check back if we get it applied. If not, we're going to wait until we get something applied. So I'll see you in a second. All right, so my Kappas just went crazy, applied wet to a bunch of our carrots, and we finally got a bloodlet carrot done from our Kappa. So we can go ahead and pick up these guys here, and we can go ahead and move this bloodlet carrot into the mix over here. And dude, my Spinos are about to eat real good. There's so many mutations for them to eat over here. They're going to be sick to their stomachs. I mean, I'm sick to my stomach just looking at all these. They're going to have to unfavorite everything over here. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of these extra carrots here that have mutations on them to get some of the mutations that we don't need out of the way. And then with that, I'm going to go ahead and plant some more for our Spriggan to have an easier time, and some of our other pets, and that should be good. Now, hopefully we get Gnome done, and hopefully we can get Bloom done. I'm going to boost our Spriggan there to get him out of the way. But since we have 2 extra pet slots, I am going to spawn in another chicken zombie in the mix. Actually, I'm going to spawn in 2 more chicken zombies in the mix, just so we can hopefully get the zombified mutation done and out of the way. And then once we get that done, hopefully we can get Bloom and Gnome done as well. That'd be very helpful. All right, our Spriggan should easily apply the Bloom mutation in just a second. There's so many carrots next to him. I don't think he can fail this. There's no way he fails this, right? And just to make sure, I'm going to actually throw some more carrots over here. Actually, he should be fine. Look at him. Yeah, there we go. There's plenty. All right. So we got some Bloom done on carrots here. I'm going to go ahead and pick him up, and we'll pick up a couple of these since we got like 4 of them done there. All right. I'm going to pick up this Bloom carrot here, move it into our platter. There we go. And our Spriggan is done. So now we really just have to focus on our chicken zombies giving us zombified, and if the gnome can give us gnomed, that would be nice as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another, actually we already spawned in all of our chicken zombies, so I'm gonna spawn in a mimic octopus to help mimic the chicken zombies just in case, so we have all these opportunities to get the zombified mutation done. And as soon as we have it done, we're gonna move on to our AFK setup, get the rest of our pets done while the Spinos transfer everything over to our Firewell and have the ultimate Firewell and grow a garden. Hopefully this thing is worth it and worth a lot of money. Hey, thank you so much for that. More chakra. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and keep unfavoriting all of our sugar apples. I already unfavorited a bunch of them, but that way our Spinos will be ready to munch them down and hopefully move the mutations over to our Firewell. All right, we finally got the gnomed mutation done and applied to a sugar apple, so we're good to go. Now, I realized that we can actually just get ready for our AFK setup. Like, we could have just been doing it already, but I wanted to try to get those 2 done so we had more spots for Spinos to get all this moved over to our Firewell. But I think we're honestly fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and just see real quick if we do get the zombified mutation from our chicken zombie here. If we don't, then that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just go forward with doing our AFK setup. But let's just real quick see if Shano here will give us our zombified mutation. If so, that'll be a little bit better because we'll have a little bit more space for some Spinos. But let's just see our luck. Let's see if we're lucky enough today to get this done. Bro, that scared the heck out of me. That was so loud for a second there. It made me jump. Tornadoes are scary. All right, Shano, come on. Let's get zombified so we have some more space for AFKing with Spinos, please. All right, failed. All right, I don't like you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the other chicken zombies we have here then. And I mean, I guess I could boost these 2 just for an extra chance. I'll see if I get zombified, but if not, we're gonna go down to just 1. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get the rest of our AFK pets spawned in. So we're gonna use the junk bot to get the oil mutation, corrupted scarlet for corrupt, tranquil scarlet for tranquil, griffin for cyclonic, and then we can get maelstrom and storm charge, and the aromatic spaghetti sloth so we can get the aromatic mutation, of course, that it has on it. But then we get sauce, pasta, and meatball to get the spaghetti mutation, and that is pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and also spawn in our first Mega Spinosaurus here, so it can start eating away at mutations and moving them over to our Firewell. And we're gonna just see if we get zombified done. If we do, we're gonna spawn in 2 more Spinos, but if we don't, we're gonna go ahead and just pick up one of these chicken zombies and spawn in an extra Spino to replace one of these. But we'll see if we get it done. I'll be right back in 2 minutes to see if we get zombified done. All right, well, we did just get a frost event, which will probably ruin our chance to get ceramic done, but oh well, because our firewall here just got frozen. But let's see if we get zombified, maybe. Failed. What about you, Bella? Come on, Bella, please. Failed. All right, they both failed. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up one of them then. That's fine. And we're gonna go ahead and just spawn in another Mega Spinosaurus here. And then once we come back, when we get a couple mutations done, we'll spawn in these other 2 Spinos to help. But that will at least get things moving along so we get everything added to our Firewell. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all these carrots then, since these chicken zombies are failing us. And we're just gonna get all these out of the way. So there's less mutations to worry about, or at least less mutated carrots for our Spinos to eat off of. So they just focus on the fruits with actual mutations on them that we need. And there we go. We are now officially set up for our AFK setup. So we gotta wait to get zombified, oil, corrupt, tranquil, cyclonic, and then the 4 that the spaghetti sauce has: aromatic, sauce, pasta, and meatball. And we're gonna wait for all those. Spinos will start moving everything over to our Firewell, and we should come back to a maxed out Firewell, and hopefully it'll be worth some good money. So yeah, let's go ahead and AFK and let our Spinos eat away. All right, so we just got back from AFKing. We let all of the rest of our pets get their mutations done, and we let all of our Spinos actually move those mutations to our Firewell. And now we're looking at this Firewell with literally 49 mutations on this thing. But if we separate these things, we have even more than 49 mutations. So Cosmic would bring us to about 50 mutations, Spaghetti 52 mutations, Abyssal would be about 53 mutations, Infernal would bring us up to about, I think, 55, 56 mutations. I believe about 56 because there's a lot in that Infernal mutation. So Frozen would be at 57 mutations, Paradisal 58 mutations, Gloom 59 mutations, Maelstrom would bring us to about 61 mutations, Harmonized Chakra 62 mutations, Corrosive 63 mutations, and that is about it. So yeah, we'd be at about 63 mutations with this Firewell with everything spread out. So this is definitely one of our most mutated plants. We pretty much have gotten every single mutation in Grow a Garden on this Firewell. I guess the only ones we really didn't get is like Ascended Chakra, and we still need to try to get Amber on it, but this thing is literally insane and has so many mutations. It better be worth a lot of money, dude. All right, but without further ado, I'm gonna actually use a magnifying glass on this thing first to see the value of it with all these mutations on it, and then we're going to attempt to use our raptors to get the Amber mutation and see if the value will go any higher if we do get Amber on it. So without further ado, we're gonna use my magnifying glass in 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, so with all of these mutations on this thing is actually only worth 2 trillion. Don't forget that this thing actually has Dawnbound on it and some of the best mutations on it, like Cosmic and Abyssal, and it's only at 2 trillion, dude. That is actually crazy. I expected this to be way more because it has this many mutations on it, and this is one of the new rarest fruits in the game. We've gotten better valued fruits from stuff in the seed shop, so that's actually kind of insane that it's only worth 2 trillion. Let's see if we can get Amber on it though, and see if we can get it to be valued at a bigger amount. Now this thing might have actually been worth more if it was a bigger Firewell, but we did get a lot of mutations on it, and it is still pretty big. So for this only being 2 trillion, I honestly did expect more, but let's go ahead and see if we can top it off by getting the Amber mutation. All right, and we did not get the Amber mutation, so we're just going to be at the 2 trillion value mark, which is honestly, I mean, it isn't bad, but for how much we did here, I feel like that we got kind of ripped off, maybe. Just like, look at this thing. But I don't know, maybe you guys feel differently about it. So we're gonna go ahead and start by spawning in our golden goose, who has about a 11 or 12 minute cooldown. He does have a boost right now, but we're gonna have to give him a new boost in just a second. And we're gonna also, while we wait, spawn in our queen bee right away and our butterfly, because our queen bee still has about 19 minutes for its cooldown to cool down our butterfly. And once it actually cools down our butterfly, it'll be ready to apply rainbow right away, because this golden goose has a little bit of time before he can spawn in his golden egg. So this video is going to be structured a little bit differently, but it's the same exact thing. We're going to be attempting to get every single mutation on the golden egg, but instead of planting a seed with all the sprinklers, we got to wait for this guy to hatch an egg, which is interesting, I guess, for this one, huh? All right, so he should hatch his egg within 9 minutes. I will boost him again, so this timer will be accurate. And then within 18 minutes, we'll have our queen bee cool down our butterfly, and then our butterfly will convert all the mutations on our golden egg once we have it to rainbow. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my queen bee over here on my main account, and also a kitsune. So once these cooldowns are done over here, the kitsune will steal the golden egg and apply chakra on it after it has rainbow. So the golden goose is dropping its golden egg, and boom, we have our golden egg. It's a little bit smaller than the other ones I've gotten, but not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and trowel this over here just so all of our pets are a little bit closer to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my sprays here. So there we go. We now have 5 mutations, and I guess just in case, since we don't really need fried, since we have a mutation shard for this, and also I don't believe we can use fried or burnt anymore since this automatically gets removed when we get ceramic, which we will be getting ceramic. I'm gonna go ahead and just use that for a free one. I think fortune honestly might have been 5, but I don't know if it's considered a growth mutation technically, since it grows in with the golden egg, and growth mutations don't work to get rainbow. So this is just a safety thing, so I don't waste the 17 or so minutes I just waited for the queen bee's cooldown to go down. And our golden goose is going to work to spawn in another egg in just a second here. And once we get that other egg from the golden goose, we can go ahead and put the golden goose away, because that will be our fortune egg that we're going to use the Spinosaurus to move fortune back over to this, since this will lose fortune. It should lose fortune because yeah, it's about to get rainbow. All right, the magic is now going to happen. The queen bee is going to cool down our butterfly, and then our butterfly is going to come over here and convert this golden egg to rainbow. Let's watch the magic happen. Oh, we also got Windstruck, so that would have been a free mutation, but oh well. Anyways, all those are gone. We now have rainbow for that extra multiplier, so we can go ahead and pick up our queen bee for now and our butterfly, and our golden goose will be giving us another egg shortly. So we have all of those mutations gone. We now have rainbow. I'm going to go ahead and favorite this. We're going to go ahead and apply all of our sprays now, so I'm going to go ahead and skip out on burnt and fried today, although I usually apply those now that we get ceramic, since we have the jackalopes for sandy, and then we get that to clay. You cannot have burnt and fried to get ceramic, so there's really no point on applying burnt or fried anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip that, and we're gonna do honey glazed. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and apply chocolate now. So there we go. We now have rainbow, chocolate, and honey glazed. And let's see. All right, we're skipping fried, burnt. Let's do shocked, pollinated. We have a bloom spray, and then I guess I'll go ahead and apply this chilled spray so we can get this thing to frozen. I would wait around and try to get bloodlet, but I've just given up on the kappas giving me bloodlet until they make a better pet or buff the kappas. I don't think I'm gonna attempt to get bloodlet anymore with them, because I literally will sit here for like 10 hours straight and not get it, and then I cry and it's really sad. So I'm just not gonna worry about getting bloodlet anymore, dude. It's just a painful one to get. All right, and I'm also gonna spawn in a Spinosaurus, and let's go ahead and get some of our other pets done. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in 2 queen bees, I guess, to get them started. I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in a Raiju so we can go ahead and get static applied. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in these lobsters since they take forever to give us meteoric, and then I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in our pterodactyl because he's going to try and give us tempestuous. Actually, maybe, hold on. I'm going to actually get rid of one of these disco bees, and I'm going to spawn in a pterodactyl and the corrupt kitsune. Since we have our Spinosaurus out, we might as well try and get these 2 done, since they're going to apply corrupt chakra and tempestuous, and I'm going to place a bunch of carrots down. Oh, and I almost forgot, I have some extra sprays on my main account that we can apply to this egg, so I'm going to go ahead and apply cloud touch to it and verdant. I feel like we're missing a couple of mutations there, and that's what we were missing. We did not usually verdant and cloud touch spray yet, but now we did. We're good to go there. All right, where's that kitsune? Hello? There he is. Look at him in all of his glory. He wants to eat my egg today. It's a chocolate covered egg. Who wouldn't want this? All right, he's got it. He's going back to my main account with it, and we got chakra applied to the golden egg. Now, some people in the comments have been like, Bandites, you could actually get Foxfire chakra, and you can get Foxfire corrupt chakra with corrupt chakra and regular chakra, and you can actually get harmonized Foxfire chakra and harmonized regular chakra. And yes, I know you can get both variants, but you have to understand, I record these videos almost every day for 4 to 8 hours, and the one thing I want to save some time on is worrying about every single version of chakra I could get, okay? I know technically I can make the mutations better, and I can get way more money for getting those mutations, but I don't know if it's worth sitting here waiting another 10 hours to get Foxfire corrupt chakra and Foxfire regular chakra just to get another 130 times multiplier. If I really want, I can use a calculator and do that math math instead of drive myself insane. I'm sorry. I just want to keep my sanity. So let's go ahead and place these down. I'm going to get one more actually, just in case, because the Krupkin Zood can apply to 9 different fruits. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have 9 of these, and I'll get 1 extra. And then this is the one I will apply the shock spray to. There we go. So now our Raiju set up to give us static, and then we should be getting this fortune moved over in just a second. Oh, we're done with our golden goose. Let me go ahead and get rid of him. Since he's done, I'm going to go ahead and get my spaghetti sloth ready, because we are going to need to get 4 mutations from the spaghetti sloth. Where is this guy? Here he is. All right, our Raiju's cooldown is done. I actually moved the other golden egg in this corner for a second, just to make sure maybe it'll be out of range so he can't apply static to that one, because I just want the Spinosaurus to eat fortune right away. That way he might only apply to these carrots and this egg. So there we go. Perfect. He did not apply to that one. So now our golden egg has static applied to it, and I can go ahead and move this back over here. And I'm going to go ahead and I guess clear off some of these static carrots since we don't need them. And oh, our Disco Bee's doing something. Are you going to give us Disco on a carrot, bro? Okay, he failed. That's actually fine. That would just make it easier for a Spinosaurus in a little bit to do his thing. And I'll actually spawn in another Disco Bee to get that taken care of. All right, there we go. Pterodactyl. Oh, he actually already applied Tempestuous right away to our golden eggs. That actually saves us some time. So I can pick up these carrots that he applied stuff to, get these out of the way, and save some more time there. All right, well, thanks, my man. That was really nice of you to just give it to us right away, you know? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick you up then since you've done your job. And Disco Bees are going. Let's see. Our lobsters cooldowns are almost done. So we have some more pets about to do some stuff in a second. But while we wait for those guys, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in another pet. So I guess we'll start trying to get, I guess Sandy is, it's a pretty easy one to get out of the way. So we'll spawn in our age 5 jackalope to get that done. And we should be able to get Sandy done onto our golden egg in just a second pretty quickly. So lobsters, we need molten. Give us molten, boys. Give us molten. Get it out of the way and make us happy, please. Please make us happy, please. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy for once, please. Hey, you guys are getting a little far. Here, eat this golden egg. Only this one, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Failed. Hey, other guy, right here. Molten, now. All right, you guys are failures. Bruh. Jackalope, hey, buddy. Listen here, buddy. I need you to get us Sandy. Let's get this done out of the way. I got more pets that need to come in here and do some stuff. So hurry up. Get your Sandy on that egg. Come on. Yeah, let's go, dude. Jackalope applied Sandy to golden egg. That was like pretty much instantaneously. So instant. I mean, I'm not speaking proper English today. But anyways, we have Sandy done. Spinosaurus, it is your time to shine. We're going to travel this here. You're going to eat fortune, apply to other golden egg. All right, go ahead. Feast upon the golden egg. Yes. Yes, good job. All right, now, just like I promised, spaghetti sloth, here you go. Eat. So now we have fortune moved over to our golden egg. And then also we should have a night event within 10 minutes. Because you know how I know this? Because I'm in the Bandites Discord. Discord.gg/Bandites. We have a channel in there where you get alerts for different events happening in the game and also stock. You get to see if there's an item in stock that you want in the seed shop or the gear shop. And it's really cool. So you should join the Discord because it's really cool. And you'd be even cooler if you joined it. You'd be cooler than you are now. All right, anyways. Spaghetti sloth, what are we thinking today? Are you going to give us some of that delicious pasta? Delicious sauce? Delicious meatballs? All right, perfect. We got pasta applied to the golden egg. So that is done. And then our Krupkidzoon's about to do something. So let me throw some seeds down real quick. And I'll be right back because my fiance is about to throw up.
What?
All right. Sorry about that. Quick little thing happened there. Anyways. Oh, hey, look at that. We got harmonized chakra done. So he applied it to our golden egg when I ran out. Thanks, buddy. He didn't even apply any of it to the carrots. All right, well, we don't need these. And Spinosaurus, I'm sorry to say it, buddy, but we don't need you anymore. And we have a Disco Bee almost done here. So I'm going to give him a toy. Let's see if we'll get Disco. Hey, Zaza. Hey, can we get Disco, please? Okay, you failed. Why are you failing me? What about you? What about you, Zeffy? You always seem to come in clutch. Zeffy? He was out of range. I should have moved it towards him. I didn't move it towards him. I'm a failure. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in our Tranquil Scarlet then, and we'll spawn in our Junk Bot. We should have a nighttime event. So I will be back when that event starts, and we'll get some more mutations done. I have returned. And also, we have Tropical Rain. Bro, we're getting so many events randomly. The game likes me for once. Anyways, our Spaghetti Sloth is almost done with its cooldown again, and then our Lobsters are almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and boost my Spaghetti Sloth to help us try and get Aromatic out of the way, since that one takes some time, and then we'll get our next ingredient. Now, with these Lobsters, I really hope that they'd be nice enough to give us molten and to give us meteoric. But if they're not nice, then I can always just cry myself to sleep. That's always an option. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay, failed. Failed. What about you, buddy? Failed. And, well, okay, we got Molten. We got Molten. That's at least one of them, but they failed on the Meteoric. So, at least we have some time to still get Meteoric. So, I won't, like, cry myself to sleep very hard tonight. Like, it'll be a little bit, but definitely not as, like, heavy as I was expecting. Just like I said, dude, we got that beautiful nighttime event. There should be Moonlit. Maybe we'll get Celestial after. That'd be nice as well. And our Spaghetti Sloth is about to do some magic, so we'll see what he does. Ah, there we go. Moonlit. Moonlit is done and out of the way. We now have Moonlit on the golden egg. So we don't have to use our Tanukis, which is always nice since those guys also take forever, just like the Kappas. However, the Kappas aren't completely useless. I will use them in a second to give us wet so we can get that chill to frozen and that sandy to clay, and then that will become ceramic. Sorry, I got caught off guard there because this guy failed at aromatic. I thought we were going to try to give us 2 mutations, but someone has other ideas today, huh? Anyways, hey, Disco Beast, can you make me feel better and give us Disco? Disco, Disco, Disco. Failed. All right, Disco B, please don't fail me this time, please. I'm gonna cry, please, please, Disco, please. Why? All right, I'm gonna give a toy to my Junkbot and also flatter him like I did last time since that seemed to work. So Junkbot, hey buddy, if you give us oil on that golden egg right there, I will kiss you. I will give you a big kiss. Do you want a kiss? You gotta do your thing. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You're not getting a kiss. That's what you're getting. A spit. Let's see. Are we going to get Disco this time, buddies? Come on. Failed. Okay. Move this over here for this, buddy. Are you coming over here now? Okay. Come on. Please. 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 Why are they failing so much, dude? Why are they just failing me? Anyways, the Spaghetti Sauce will at least do something for us. Need some nummy nummies, huh? All right, we got sauce done, so now we just need meatballs and aromatic from this guy. So he's about halfway done with all of his mutations. But man, why are these Disco Bees failing me? Okay, Corrupt failed. What about Tranquil? Hello? Hey, stop moving. Oh, he already has the boost. So he must have already done Tranquil and failed, and I just didn't realize. Okay, well, anyways, our Junkbot also is almost done with its cooldown again, so I am going to give it another toy. Oh, wait, Tranquil, hello? Failed. All right, well, everyone's just failing me, dude. Everyone's just failing me. All right, so the main account does have the wet mutation, so we don't really need the Kappas. We'll just need the chicken zombies next. So anyways, this sandy on there is about to turn to clay, and since we have molten, they'll instantly just turn to ceramic, and that chilled will turn to frozen. So let's go ahead and apply this wet mutation, and there's some magic right there. Wait, what? Why is sandy still sandy? Bruh. All right, well, for some reason, we still have sandy and frozen. Wait, maybe do I have to do it again? Let me try it again. Hold on. All right, did that do anything? We still have sandy. What is going on, bro? All right, hold on. Let me try something else. Let me see if this will unstuck it if I applied fried. Fried got applied. What about burnt? And burnt got applied. All right, so today I guess it's just bugging. I don't know why, but it won't give us ceramic. I applied wet to the sandy, but maybe because we already had chilled and then frozen, you can't do it. So I guess you can't get chilled. All right, so I'll know that for next time. Don't apply chilled yet. Wait until you have ceramic, okay? But either way, we can still apply fried and burnt, which you just did, and that's some extra mutations, but that's a shame. I thought we could have got ceramic still, but hey, that's 2 more mutations anyways. Anyways, Junkbot, hey, don't let me down, please. I need to get some chicken zombies in here. We have some more mutations. If you could just please just be a nice little guy and apply that oil mutation, that'd be just really nice of you, and I would really like you. And I hate you, Junkbot. I hate you. All right, hopefully good stuff's about to happen. Our lobsters are done with their cooldowns. I believe this one's for meteoric. I could be wrong. Maybe the 3-minute one's for meteoric. I think this one's meteoric though, so I'm gonna scoot this over towards them. Hey guys, look at this egg. You can get meteoric on. Failed. Hey buddy, look at this egg. You get meteoric on. Buddies. Okay. Okay, failed. Everyone's failing. Come on, someone, please. Someone, please. Okay, we got meteoric. We got meteoric. Yes, that's another one done. Let's go. Where's the other Disco Bee? Apply Disco, please. Please, please, please. Okay, he failed. But at least we got meteoric done. That's another one out of the way. We can go ahead and pick up our lobsters finally, and then we can replace them with chicken zombies, and we're getting there now. We're getting somewhere. All right, good. We pretty much have a good setup now. These are pretty much the last pets that we need that we can AFK with. But let's see real quick if the Spaghetti Sloth gives us that nice, beautiful meatballs mutation. Because I really want some spaghetti. I actually have spaghetti in the fridge. I might go eat that while in AFK while these pets do their thing. But to celebrate me eating my spaghetti, this guy's got to give us that last spaghetti mutation. So let's see if he does it. All right, we got meatballs. Thank you. So now we have the spaghetti mutation done and out of the way. So now all we got to do is wait for this guy to give us aromatic. But his ingredient mutations are done. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was AFK. We need a tanning mirror. This should help us get paradisal done. So we just got Paradisal done. It looks like we got Corrupt when we were AFK, and I think that was actually it. But thankfully I came back. I was AFK. I didn't realize that this was going on. I also didn't realize that I did not have a tanning mirror placed down. So now we have a tanning mirror placed down. We did get Paradisal, which is good. We needed Paradisal, and so that is good and out of the way. Whew. All right, so a few more toys we can use here. So I'm going to go ahead and boost these chicken zombies to maybe give us zombified. Let's see the first one. Failed. What about this guy? Maybe, please. Failed. Okay, well, that's fine. Not really. I'm sad. Aromatic failed. So everyone just be failing today. What about the junk bot? Junk bot, do you love me? Failed. Bro, what? Everything is just failing. Anyways, let's see what the Disco Bee gives us. Disco, please. Disco, please. Failed. What about you? Buddy, Zeffy. Listen to me. Listen to me. You've been here for such a long time. You always come in clutch. You always give us the Disco Mutation. This one time, I really need your help on the Golden Egg. No one's giving me mutations. Please, it would make me feel so much better. Please. I thought we had a heart-to-heart. I thought we actually connected there, but we didn't. We got nowhere. The pain. Why didn't that kill me? It should have. I wish it did. Bro, finally. All right, one of our chicken zombies applied zombified to our golden egg. So now we have zombified officially applied. We can go ahead and pick these guys up. And I'm going to throw a queen bee into the mix to help with some of these cooldowns around here because these guys be taking forever. Some of them at least. All right, our disco bees finally came in clutch. We finally got disco applied. Please give us tranquil, bird. No. All right, at least we got disco done. We can't bag too much. All right, well, we got Disco done. All right, if we can get Junkbot done, though, then it would only be up to 2 pets. So, Junkbot, let's get you done and out of the way, man. And I already offered you a kiss. You don't want anything. So, what if I offer you this? Do you think that would make you produce oil? Because I just produced oil myself. Brother, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a toy, and I'm sorry about that, by the way. That was disgusting. I'm sorry, but that was funny. And I'm literally, I have child humor. Anyways, Junkbot oil, please. All right, you know what? Next time I'm farting on your head, bro. We got an Aurora event! An Aurora event! Maybe to increase our chances, I'm gonna throw some carrots down. Maybe we can get Aurora on something. I don't know. Aurora always never seems to like me enough, but maybe today, since all the other pets of mine don't like me. Maybe the sky will like me. All right, well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if I get Aurora on anything. It'd be nice if we get on the gold. We got Aurora! We got Aurora! We got it again! That's good. I'm gonna get a Spinosaurus in here. Move aside, Dash Hound. What do you guys... Actually, I have space. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy to eat that Aurora and apply it to that golden egg. All right, so our queen bee here is about done with her cooldown. So she's about to cool down our Spinosaurus. I just realized because the Spinosaurus has such a long cooldown. Bro, that was the queen bee. That wasn't me. All right, anyways, the Spinosaurus is now eating the Aurora mutation off of our carrot and should apply it to our golden egg. There we go. We now have Aurora applied to the golden egg. Thank you, friends, for helping. Wait, the carrot is still purple. Interesting. Interesting. Hold on. Does it stay purple if I pick it up? No, it does not. The more you know. Okay, I just missed it by like a second, but we just got the aromatic mutation finally applied to our golden egg. And with that, we should be getting the tranquil one in just a minute. So let me go ahead and I guess pick up this aromatic spaghetti sloth now since he is done. And let's try to give a toy to our Scarlet here to see if we can get tranquil done finally. And it's still failed. Very sad. But at least we got another mutation done. We just have to wait for oil and tranquil, and then this thing will be pretty much ready to go. Bro, I went AFK for a second and we actually finally got oil done. It's a miracle. It's actually a miracle. Now we just gotta let our queen bee and mimic octopus completely focus on the tranquil Scarlet. All right, so I know some people are gonna hate me forever for doing this, but I am going to give up on trying to get tranquil. Usually I don't do this and usually we get it pretty quick, but I have been recording this for 4 hours. It is 3 a.m. I'm very tired, and we have not gotten tranquil after like 2 hours since we placed the pet down, maybe even almost 3 at this point. And we already have so many mutations that I think our golden egg is pretty much worth it at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip out on the tranquil, which means we won't have tranquil, and these are the other ones we're missing that we could get legit bloodlet. eclipsed, acidic, celestial. These events are pretty rare, and I don't think we'll be getting one anytime soon by the time we're done recording. I wish we got celestial earlier with the nighttime event, but we didn't. But anyways, for now, we're going to be leaving it off there. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that we're not getting tranquil. We probably won't be getting these 5 mutations, but there's still a chance for amber. But if we don't get that, then we missed out on 6 mutations we could have gotten legit. And of course, not including all the admin ones. But in total, though, this golden egg here has 26 mutations on it. And if you separate tempestuous, it has 27 mutations on it. Separate paradisal, 28. Frozen, 29. Harmonized chakra, 30. And if we had ceramic, it would have been like 31, 32. So let's hope that we can get amber on it and make it worth even more. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll leave the mimic octopus, but no, I don't think you can mimic raptors actually. And plus we're about to use our raptors to pick it up. So we're going to pick him up, pick up our queen bee, and sadly pick up the tranquil scarlet. But hopefully our raptors can give us amber. I'm going to boost them with some toys to try and help us get amber. And let's see if we get amber. All right, we did not get amber. So yeah, we missed out on about 6 mutations, but we did get all of the other mutations on our golden egg here, which I can't even see it because there's so many mutations. Oh, there they go. They're loading in now. Wait, is this the right thing? I don't think this is it. Okay, yeah, I mean, it went to my hotbar, but I confused myself for a second because the other day we had a fruit like this that looked kind of crazy where it was just like a big ice texture like this. I thought it was the same fruit and I thought it swapped out for some reason in my hotbar, but that one we didn't have fried on. We actually had ceramic on that one, which won't show up because it was deep in the mutation list. But I know for sure we just had fried on our golden egg, and the other ones that we have fried in my inventory that are favorited with all the mutations. Things I have here that are fried. This is a taco fern. This is a donut sugar glaze. This is a moon mango, I think. This is a traveler's fruit, cacao, and the beanstalk. So this has to be the golden egg here. It just has a bug broken texture, of course. So I'm going to be checking the mutation of our golden egg with Steven here, and we're going to see how much our golden egg is actually worth now. So Steven, how much is our golden egg worth? Wow. Only 8 billion, and I think if we had tranquil, this would only have been like 9 or 10 billion. That is not as much as I was expecting. I honestly thought we might get to trillions because usually the golden egg's base value is pretty high. However, I think because this one wasn't that big of a golden egg that we got from our goose this time around, that might have really affected the value. But let me actually check real quick what the minimum value is. So it looks like the minimum value is around 200k for this thing. So with all the mutations on it, we only got to 8 bill. Usually I was seeing like I was selling these things for millions, but maybe it's because I had other stuff in my inventory. I thought these were worth a lot more, but 8 billion for about 30 mutations is... I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, it was an interesting video, but I don't know if that's worth it. You can make a lot more money with other fruits, but the golden goose will also spawn this thing in every 10 minutes. So you tell me, is this worth it to you to get all the mutations on the golden egg and grow garden? So Brighter hooked us up with 1 elephant ear seed. Before we plant that, we're going to go ahead and spawn in our moon cats like we normally do, just so we have a chance to get this thing gigantic. These things already grow pretty big, but the moon cats, we should see it get even bigger. All right, there's all 8 moon cats. We're gonna go ahead and plant the elephant ear right here to begin with, and then we're gonna get our sprinklers out. So let's do the usual. Let's get a master sprinkler on it, a godly sprinkler, basic, and advanced. All right, there we go. We're all set. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing to grow. We're almost there. Come on. Grow in for us. The mooncats are already napping, so hopefully the fruits on this thing become gigantic. All right, there we go. We're officially grown in. We have our elephant ear plant ready to go. Now we actually have to just wait and get an elephant ear fruit to grow in. All right, we've used over 1,000 watering cans on this thing, and this is the only progress we have so far. Ooh, this is tempting. We have a rainbow one that's growing in. And it always takes us a lot longer to get rainbow because you have to use the butterfly, which like takes 20 or 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, look at how big this one is that just grew in. Okay, we might have a winner on the size. So even though this one's rainbow, I think we have a winner of which one we're going to go with, which is this gigantic elephant ear. And we're gonna go ahead and put some polar bears down so we can get chilled going. And then we will do our sprays like we normally do. So we're gonna do shocked on that. We're gonna do chocolate on it, and then we're gonna do pollinated on it. All right, we're good there. We're gonna also get a honey sprinkler set on it so we can get honey glazed. All right, honey glaze is there. You can see the effect. And now we just need one of these polar bears to chill this one, and then we could start aiming to get rainbow on it. All right, well, our polar bears are trying to get... Oh, Well, it looks like they just got chilled on this one, actually. So I believe this one has all 5 mutations on it, but I can't really check until it's fully grown, which is a bit of a problem. But we can start making progress. I'm going to get a queen bee out, and then we're going to get our butterfly out so we can convert this elephant ear to rainbow. And again, the queen bee has a 5-minute shorter cooldown than the butterfly, so we can get that rainbow effect on this elephant ear 5 minutes faster than we normally would be able to. All right, I can tell watering this thing and with all the sprinklers on it, it is definitely making growth progress on the fruits. The elephant ear that we're going for right here is actually slowly growing. I'm seeing it every couple seconds just get bigger and bigger. It's really hard to tell, though, the size because this thing is digging into the ground. Okay, so the way that the elephant ears grow in Grow a Garden is that the first layer grows in, which is like the outer layer, and then you get this inner layer that grows in. As you can see for this one, here's the inner layer growing. So here's our elephant ear that we are working with. This is the inner layer that is growing in now. The outer layer is over here. The inner layer looks to be bigger than the actual outer layer. As you can see, this is gigantic. Like, this is huge. All right, so the queen bee's cooldown is finished. That should help with our butterfly here. And now the butterfly should go ahead and add rainbow onto this gigantic elephant ear. Wait, what? What's going on? Why is it not doing it? The butterfly didn't seem to do anything, but I don't know exactly why. All right, I actually had to just save a clip because I just saw the polar bear applied chilled to the elephant ear. I thought this whole time we had chilled, it kept failing, and now I think we officially do have chilled on it. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that there's actually a 3rd layer to the elephant ears. So there's like out, middle, and in. We only have 2 layers done on this one, and the 2nd layer is not even done yet. I just want to point that out. We've used over 6,000 watering cans on it now, and that 3rd layer still hasn't even peaked out. And these ones are still even growing here, and these have been getting the same amount of watering cans. So I can only imagine this is going to use up probably another 5,000 plus watering cans to finish this. So honestly, we might just AFK until it's fully grown. All right, so we stacked some sprinklers and we have a sighting of the 3rd and final layer of this elephant ear. So we are definitely making progress. We are getting there. This thing should be done hopefully soon enough. All right, something I didn't think of is that I could have bought the grow all sign in the front of my garden, and I think that would have sprouted all my fruits. Let me go ahead and test that on my main account real quick and see if I can grow all my plants with my main account. All right, I just did it, and it looks like that actually worked. So if we did that to begin with, we would have actually saved a lot of time and a lot of watering cans. Oh, and the queen bee is doing her thing, getting the butterfly to convert my mutations. And now look at this giant elephant ear. It is now rainbow. This is a huge elephant ear. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now that it has rainbow is put pollinated back onto it. Then we're going to put shocked back onto it. We're going to put chocolate back onto it. And then we're going to use the honey sprinkler. All right, now that should have caught us up. So now we should have... Yep, there we go. We are back up to 5 mutations. And when the polar bears do their thing, hopefully we get chilled back on this. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these elephant ears, though, so they're out of the way. Once this is chilled, we can officially move forward on doing the events to get the rest of the mutations that we need. All right, there we go. Polar bear applied mutation chill to elephant ear. So we're going to go ahead and pick up all these polar bears now, and we are going to spawn in some other pets. So we're going to spawn in 2 scarlets for the new verdant mutation that they can add to the plant. We're going to go ahead and spawn in 2 of our chicken zombies to hopefully get zombified. We're going to go ahead and spawn in 2 disco bees as well, and 2 cooked owls. So that way we have a chance to get all of the pet mutations that we need. So we can either get verdant, cooked or burnt, zombified, and disco, and that will add on some mutation to this thing. A friend actually told me this, by the way, and I think a couple people in the comments told me this, but you can actually highlight certain fruits specifically. So if we go ahead and favorite the big elephant ear over here, just so we don't touch it by mistake, we can actually use our shovel to delete these elephant ears that are growing in individually. So I probably am just late to this information, but this will actually help so we can get rid of some of these elephant ears that grow in that we don't want. So hopefully our pets will target mutations on the only one that we have. Oh, disco bee, he just applied disco to this. Cooked owl, come on, cook or burn this elephant ear. I don't care, I want either mutation. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Good job, cooked owl. I'm proud of you. We now have burnt and disco on this thing, so now we can pick up the rest of our cooked owls here, and we just need these chicken zombies to get us zombified. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in some more chicken zombies and another scarlet bird, and that is some better chances to get the rest of the pet mutations that we need. Let's go! Our Scarlet just applied Verdant to our elephant ear, which now means if we get sun-dried, we can get Paradisal. But there we go. We got Verdant on it for now. All right, so Brighter is officially here, about to queue up all of our events to spam mutations on our giant elephant ear. The only problem is that I left the game to go AFK, and I completely forgot about keeping my plot. And since he's already here, I don't want to have to rejoin and go over there. So we're just going to wing it and see what mutations we get. All right, but we're going to go ahead and prepare here. I'm going to go ahead and move this elephant ear over here, but the only problem with that is these tanning mirrors and star collars that I placed down will no longer reach. Well, this one might, but it's a little too far away, so we're gonna have to put a new one down. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that one just so we're safe, and then we'll go ahead and put one here just so we can make sure it hits. And then the tanning mirrors will go ahead and move as well. I'm gonna put one over here, and then I'll put one over here, so that way we should be able to get sun-dried pretty easy. And we're starting off with a bang. The galactic event is here, thanks to Brighter as always. Hopefully we can actually get the galactic mutation from the space travel event. It is a difficult one to get. It's a pretty low chance, but I really want to see if we can get it legit this time. Oh, a fruit in your garden turned to moonlit. However, it's this little thing and not the big elephant ear. We gotta keep trying to delete these elephant ears and getting them out of the way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this little one right here that got the moonlit on it, and we should be good. Oh, I just saw something get moonlit, and it was our big one. Perfect. We needed moonlit. We got moonlit. Please, space engines, can you blast and give my elephant ear over here? Can you just give him galactic? What's back here, by the way? Oh, I can go in here? Hello? Let me in. All right, these space travel events only last about a minute. Oh, I think it's ending. Okay, it's blasting away. And we're now into alien invasion. Well, did we get galactic? No, we did not get galactic. I think alien-like we should have a better chance with. Hopefully, we see alien-like appear, and hopefully we get a UFO to attack. Now, if the UFO does attack, we need to make sure that this little guy is gone. Yo, Steven? Steven? Hey, buddy. Can you tell those aliens to please mutate my elephant ear over there? Look, it's gonna be worth a lot. I promise I won't empty your pockets with it, okay? Oh, okay, nighttime just ended, though. Now we're in full effect of daytime aliens. I thought it was gonna be, like, really dark, nighttime scary aliens, but we have daytime aliens. Looks like the aliens don't want to have any part of my elephant ear production. Well, we're gonna have to wait for alien-like. We did not get alien-like, but there's chances to have that added in later. I don't know what our chances are for plasma because Jandel kind of just shoots the floor now. Oh man, we're gonna lose out on another event, I think, just because this one be bugging. All right, well, plasma was a fail. I don't think I could get plasma when he doesn't shoot anything but the floor. You're looking pretty nice, Jandel. Would you mind giving some of your heavenly touch to my elephant ears? All right, the queen bees are cooling down. Some chicken zombies attacking and failed. All right, we're down to our last heavenly event. He's gonna bloop away, but we're down to our last one. We'll see if this thing gets heavenly mutation on it with this last heavenly event, but if it doesn't, we gotta move on to the next one, and hopefully these chicken zombies get us zombified. But so far, our event luck today is garbage. Very garbage. Oh, but here we go. We have the heat wave event coming through with our sun-dried chances, and bam! I think we just got it, actually. Yeah, we got Paradisal, but we have a chance to get sun-dried back now, and that will increase the money on this even more. There we go. Tanning Mirror just got hit. Easy. And there we go. Paradisal and sun-dried. So we're looking good. We're getting more mutations, but we still have quite a few left that we have to get, and hopefully we get every single one of the rest of these that are about to play out. Oh, the meteors are here, and one literally just like landed right in my plot, but I didn't get meteoric. So we'll just wait a second. Hopefully we get one to hit. I'm just gonna sit right here and chill. Let's see what happens. Oh, these are literally like right on top of my garden. I think to help with this one, I'm gonna trowel this over here, and then we'll move it back. But I'm gonna put it like right in the middle, so that way if a meteor hits, it has all of this that it could land on, and hopefully we get meteoric by this. Yeah, like that. Come on, give us the mutation, give us the meteor. Yo, right here, right here. Oh, it was so close. He was, oh, right here. Yo, that's on. That is on. That literally touched it on the corner over there. Did we get it? How did we not get that? And I think that's it. But we're into the black hole. Okay, we got a good chance for Void Touch. Usually Void Touch is an easy one. You don't really have to do anything. It will just kind of happen. Void touched, void touched, void touched, void touched. What do we got next? Oh, okay. This one is a pretty good guarantee. We have a meteor shower, which will get called in by these star crawlers. I kind of wish the star crawlers called in the meteors from the admin meteors. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Right on that. There's no way that doesn't get Celestial. That literally touched everything there. There we go. Perfect. We got Celestial. That's another one down. Oh, it's windy, and it's actually somehow pushing me. Is this new? I don't think it pushed you before, did it? Maybe I just move around too much to not ever notice, but it actually pushes you if you don't move. I don't know what I could do, if I should move this plant to see if it'll increase chances. I mean, I guess now that the star crawlers are used up and we're good with that, I could try and move this and at least, you know, put it like out here. Ow, that's landed on my head. But whenever the tornadoes spawn in, maybe this will be a better chance to get twisted if it's poking out like this, because this goes out pretty far. I mean, oh, look at that. I literally just moved it. We got wind struck. All right, the wind event has ended with some more wind because there's tornadoes now. But yeah, these twisters are a lot faster now. So in the last update, they actually made 2 twisters spawn into the map at a time now, and they spawn in at different spots. They don't just spawn in the middle and then move around. They actually spawn around the map and then move around. So much easier and better chances now to actually get twisted. Oh, here comes another one. I'm gonna move it over here towards it. Come on, twist it up. Twist it up, tornado. Come on, let's go. Give me that twisted on it, please. Please, buddy. Yes, let's go. We got it. We got twisted. That's another one we can check off our box. Perfect. So moving this thing around definitely helps with getting twisted. All right, we're almost there. So now it is raining, which can apply wet to our elephant ear, which will then combine wet and chilled and make frozen. So let's see if that happens. One of our chicken zombies just applied zombified again, but it went to our other elephant ear that's trying to grow in. So now we have 2 elephant ears with zombified that we're not even going to use. All right, here we go. Volcano time. Let's see if we can get this thing molten. This is pretty big. It has a pretty wide range. It's covering almost our entire garden on this side. So as long as we can get one of these molten cubes to land, it should get molten. Let's see. I don't see molten, but these are getting pretty close. That's good. I don't know if I should back it up and put it over here just so we have a better chance, but we can always trowel it into the molten and see if that helps. Oh my, that literally was like on top of this. That was on top of it. Wait, this one got molten right here. Did this one? Yo, let's go. We got molten. We got another one down in the bag. Perfect. So we're missing about 8 mutations, and we could get chilled into frozen. But we did get 15 mutations here on this elephant ear, which is a pretty good amount. But we're gonna finish this video off by having Brighter join the server and add the rest of the mutations that we need on this thing, including Dawnbound, as he's able to add Dawnbound onto any plant in the game. And we're gonna see how much this thing is actually worth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pick up our elephant ear as the map explodes behind us. And here we go. We picked it up. Let's see what this thing looks like in our hand. All right, so as you can see, we have our giant elephant ear. It does shrink down now that we're holding it. But if I hover over this, you can see the percent chance on the chicken zombie. You can see all of the other mutations that we had so far on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in my inventory. And we're going to have Brighter add the rest of the mutations onto this thing. Brighter is here in the server. He is going to add the rest of the mutations that we need on our elephant ear, which are the following: zombified, galactic, alien-like, plasma, heavenly, meteoric, bloodlit, void touch, frozen, and Dawnbound. He's gonna add Dawnbound onto this. I think it's ready. All right, we got it. All right, thank you to Brighter as always. We now have every mutation in Grow a Garden on the elephant ear. So now it is time to check with Steven and see how much this thing is worth. So we're gonna go ahead and go up to Steven. How much is this worth? This is 420 billion. That is actually a really good value. So this thing is worth quite a bit of money, nearly half a trillion. So elephant ears are definitely worth it, and you get more of them than the sunflower. So honestly, elephant ears, I think, are the way to grind if you want some money. However, the seed is very rare, but it's worth it if you get one. So what do you guys think? Was this worth all the mutations on it? And let me know also down in the comments what fruit you want to see me do next. The glimmering mutation, I can't think, but yeah, I did some trading and we got these two, and actually I traded and I got this age 52 one. I guess whoever had this was just spamming level up lollipops on it or something. So yeah, it's actually a pretty higher level one, so that should be good with the cooldown. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I do want to point out as well, as I was doing some of this event and playing around with it a little bit, we actually got a couple of our beanstalks here moonlit, and we did get some glimmering already, and we do have a chakra beanstalk for my main account because I was using both accounts to grind the event. Yeah, so we have a couple of the mutations already done and ready, and we can get those moved over with the Spino shortly. But in the meantime, let's go ahead, and I know you guys are going to probably tell me to use the green bean, but I'm going to actually be using the Mooncats again today with a Triceratops, because I think this combo just works a little bit better. The green bean takes 30 minutes, and last time I did it with the pepper, it was pretty pathetic, the growth that we got, so I'm not going to be doing that again, okay? But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and grow this wisp wing here, and this thing actually looks really cool when you grow it. So we're going to go ahead and grow the actual plant first, get this thing to 100%, and then we'll put some sprinklers down, let our mooncats do the thing, and get a very big wispwing fruit. But yeah, again, this thing looks insane. You have to see it whenever we fully grow it, dude. You're gonna be like, whoa, that thing is really cool, especially if you haven't seen it yet. It's insane. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and water this thing. It's gonna need a lot of watering. I guess we can go ahead and get some advanced sprinklers on it just to help with the growth process. Yeah, this is like going nowhere in life right now. It's literally a 0% grown wispwing, and I'm already using so many watering cans. Hold on, I know a magic trick I can do. Don't mind me. Alakazam. Wow. Wow, it grew in really quick. But look at this thing, dude. It looks insane. It's literally a plant that moves and has wings on it. That is crazy. That is crazy awesome. But anyways, now that we have this first one grown, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And we're going to actually put some sprinklers down now. You didn't see anything, by the way. That wasn't me who did that. I'm going to go ahead and put down a Grandmaster sprinkler, a Master. Let's go ahead and do a Godly. And we already have some advanced, but I will do an extra advanced in there. And I will put down a basic sprinkler as soon as I can find it in here. There it is. All right, there we go. So now we have all of our sprinklers set, and then once our mooncats start sleeping on this thing, it should get pretty big, I hope. And then our Triceratops will also help speed up the fruit growth process a little bit, and we should be good. All right, some of our mooncats are coming over here. Start sleeping. Come on, there we go. We got a pretty good stack right there. All right, put this right in there for a second. All right, there we go. That should help a little bit with the growth. This thing has an average value of about 180,000 shekels, so I think we could probably make a lot of money with this thing once we get all the mutations on it. So this is going to be a crazy one. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see if we get a big one now. Now, I know, again, like, people are like, oh, use the green bean. It's a 5 times bonus, and I guess if you mix that with the mooncats, it's pretty good, but otherwise, it's like the... Oh, it's starting to grow. But otherwise, why are you hitting my beanstalk, bro? That thing is already grown. Oh, he's hitting this now. All right, there we go. All right, well, that was a 33-minute and did nothing. I hope this is a big one. But anyways, yeah, the green bean's a good, like, 5 times multiplier, and if you mix it with the mooncats, it's good. But if you do get multiple mooncats to sleep on your plant, I mean, you do get 1.86 times, and you can easily pass up that 5 times multiplier that the green bean gives. But again, I know if you mix them all together, you can have some magic happen, and yeah, like, I'm sure it's better, okay? But it just takes a long time, and last time I did it, it kind of showed me that it hated me, and I didn't get anything good from it. So that's why I'm not doing it right now. All right, so here's our new wispwing. Where's the top of this thing, bro? Look at it. It's all the way up there. Look at it flapping its wings. It's beautiful. This is probably my favorite fruit in the game now, by far. Like, this thing looks insane. I'm so excited for this one. All right, but there's our beautiful wispwing. It is gigantic, and I think we have a pretty good size here. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pick up all these mooncats now and our Triceratops. We're gonna go ahead and spawn in our queen bee, and I'm gonna favorite this for a second just so I don't accidentally touch that. All right, let's go ahead and do our queen bee. Let's do our butterfly, and let's go ahead and get some mutations on it. So the silver mutation doesn't actually count because it's a growth mutation, so that won't actually help us get the rainbow mutation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a honey sprinkler down, and let's go ahead and do our sprays here. So I'll do a shock spray, chocolate spray, pollinated spray, and I guess I'll go ahead and just use that chilled spray. And there we go. We have 5 mutations now for our butterfly to convert this wispwing to rainbow. And once it's rainbow, we can go ahead and get started and get this thing to look amazing and mutated. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it unfavorited. We're gonna sit right here by the sign so I don't accidentally pick it up. And in the meantime, I'm gonna gift myself, or actually, I can't gift myself sprays. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more shocked sprays onto my main account. Hold on, let me show you this real quick. I'm over on my main account, but you can actually, I didn't realize this, you can craft and buy the glimmering sprays in here if you want to save some time, which is nice. I thought you can only get it from the event, but I guess you can get it in here. All right, well, that might not be there forever, but you can take advantage of that for now. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and gift myself some more shock sprays or get them on my main account so we have more of that because we need those. We're almost out, which is crazy. Our brighter stack of shock sprays is about to run out, and there's no sign of the admin program coming back, or at least they don't like me because I haven't heard anything. All right, so it's time for the magic to happen. The queen bee is now going to cool down our butterfly, and our butterfly is now going to go ahead and convert all those mutations to rainbow on the wisp wing. And there we go. We are now done, and we have rainbow on our wisp wing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these guys here, and let's go ahead and favorite this so we don't accidentally pick it up. There we go. And then let's go ahead and get our sprays going. So we're gonna go ahead and put shock back onto this. Pollinated, chocolate, and we'll do a honey glaze sprinkler so we can get honey glaze back onto here. And then on our main account over here, we're going to apply the cloud touch spray and the verdant spray. And then as you can see here, I actually spawned in our sugar apples already. And what we're going to go ahead and do is use our apple gazelle here to attempt to get the warp mutations. I'm going to go ahead and give them a boost, and let's go ahead and try and get the warp mutation on something. We're going to carefully pick these up until we get it. Okay, we got the warp mutation on a sugar apple over here. Let's go ahead and travel this so we don't pick that up, and we're going to leave that over there. And then I guess we can go ahead and move these all to the corner. I'm going to keep these spawned in from now on because we always need to get that warp mutation now. So just like our beanstalk, I'm going to keep both of these spawned in, and if they get mutations on them, our Spinos will just move them over. So anyways, that's good. These are all done. I'm going to move those, and let's go ahead and pick up that apple gazelle. And then real quick, I'm going to go ahead... Excuse me, I'm dying.
Hey, yo, what the?
I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in these mandrakes here. We're gonna spawn in an advanced sprinkler, and we're gonna spawn in, or try to plant some mandrake seeds here and get the rot mutation done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple mandrake seeds and use my watering cans, and we're gonna do this until we get that rot mutation out of the way. And there we go. We got rot on a sugar apple and a beanstalk. So that's perfect. Now let's go ahead and do our guaranteed pets. So we're going to go ahead and do our lemon lion here to get that brain rot mutation done. We're going to do our peach wasp to get that plasma mutation done. Let's do the pterodactyl. Okay, every time I try to search pterodactyl, I get the corrupt kazoo, but we do need to get him done. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the pterodactyl. Hello, pterodactyl right here. And there we go. That's 4 guaranteed mutation pets spawned in. And then we're going to go ahead and do some disco bees here. So let's do 4 disco bees to hopefully get that disco mutation done and out of the way. I wanted to point out too that I have this ascended mooncat now that I also traded for. I forgot to mention earlier in the video, but this guy can help us get the dawn bound mutation applied. However, he does take like 5 to 6 hours. It could be less, but it's usually a very long time. So once we have some pets done and our Spinos are going, I'll probably try and spawn this guy in, and then we can try and AFK and get dawn bound. But I am in kind of a rush today because I do head out tomorrow. So I have a lot to get done, and I have to send this over to my editor before, you know, I go to sleep and stuff. So I might not do dawn bound this video. If we don't get it in time, I might just skip it. But by the next videos, well, besides the ones when I'm on vacation, but whenever I get back, we'll try and get dawn bound on every fruit moving forward so we can get that extra multiplier bonus. Oh wait, you know what? We have some new pets, right? So maybe I should work on the cockatrice here to actually get that toxic mutation, because I believe he is guaranteed. So let's go and pick up this disco bee and place him down. Let's see. I think he's a guaranteed mutation. Yeah, so every 9 minutes he spits out 6 different fruits and apparently eggs and pets. Oh, okay, and eggs advance and pets gain XP, but the fruits get the toxic mutation. So he's a guarantee, so I'll get him done out of the way as well, because we got to get that done. But the disco bees, I think these 3 guys should be fine on their own. So we'll let them get us disco, and we'll wait for all these other guys to give us their guaranteed mutations, and then move on. All right, so our lemon lion is about to apply brain rot to something, so let's just get that done out of the way. There we go. We got brain rot on a sugar apple, so that's perfect. That's all we needed from him. So we're going to pick him up, and we're going to go ahead and replace him with another disco bee just to up our chances to getting disco done and out of the way. That should be good. We're going to go ahead and BRB for another couple minutes. All right, so our cooldown timer actually bugged and got above the regular pterodactyl timer. So let's see if we get tempestuous. All right, we did get tempestuous to 2 sugar apples, so pterodactyl is done. Thank you for your service. And then our disco bees will be giving us hopefully disco the next minute, and our cockatrice should hopefully give us that toxic mutation. I do have to reboost him though because his toy was way off of his cooldown. Let's go ahead and get that toxic mutation done and out of the way. I think this was supposed to be a mutation in the game forever ago, and then it just never got added until now. But there we go. We got toxic on some beanstalks, some sugar apples, so he is done with his job. Thank you for that. And let's hopefully get disco done now from these disco bees. We have 3 of them ready, then the other guy accidentally boosted, but he'll be ready in a few more minutes. And let's see. Let's get us disco, please. Zaza, disco, please. Failed. Disco, please. Zeffy. Failed. Disco, please. Gigi. Please, Gigi, please. Please, Gigi. And failed. Okay, well, maybe our hope will be Flay. But we do have 2 more pet slots. We can go ahead and spawn some stuff in here. So I think with those 2 slots, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my jackalopes so we can get that sandy mutation done and out of the way, and get that applied to something. So we have sandy ready and we can start getting ceramic done in a little bit. So these guys are usually pretty quick. I might just give them a quick boost anyways, just to help, just to give them a little bit more of a percent chance, because their cooldowns are quick, but their percent chance is pretty low. But that gives them to an 18% chance to get sandy done. All right, first time's the charm. The jackalope just applied sandy to one of our sugar apples, so these guys are good. We can go ahead and get them out of the way, which is perfect. And again, we still have a couple pets to wait for here. I'm going to reboost my Flay disco bee wherever he is, over there. All right, so hopefully he will come and clutch and give us disco. But again, we have 2 more pet slots, so I guess we can go ahead and get started on let's see, we have quite a lot of pets still to go through, but I know a lot of these pets we'll have to use for our AFK grind, but I don't know what I want to do, bro. I don't know. This I'm just gonna go ahead and get 2 chicken zombies because we got to get those guys done anyways. So we'll go ahead and get these 2 ready, and hopefully one of these guys will give us the zombified mutation quickly, and then we can swap them out with some more chicken zombies in just a bit once our disco bees are done, and then get the other pets going. Sure, that's fine with me. Now hopefully Flay here comes in clutch, gives us disco, so we can go ahead and spawn in a few more chicken zombies and get zombified done and out of the way. All right, Flay, come on. All right, disco, please. He was out of range of everything. Wow, that is annoying. That is very annoying. Our Peach Wasp and Corrupt Kitsune will be done shortly anyways, so we can get these 2 guys swapped out for some more chicken zombies. Bruh, our Corrupt Kitsune just shot out a ton of stuff, and not one thing got Corrupt Chakra. This happened with the pterodactyl the other day, but however, I forgot. So hopefully these disco bees give us disco so we can swap out and get some more chicken zombies in here. But also I forgot we have to do our Raiju, because our Raiju will give us the static mutation. And now if you get static and shocked mixed with Maelstrom, which Maelstrom is tempestuous and cyclonic, you can now get the storm charge mutation, which is like a 220 times multiplier, which is very good. It mixes like everything together and makes it way better. So we need to get that done. But we can also get the Raiju going once our Peach Wasp is done, which our Peach Wasp will be in here in just a second. So hopefully we get disco, we'll get plasma done for sure, and then hopefully Corrupt Kitsune won't fail us the next time, so we can get ready for our AFK setup. But in the meantime, we got the Sky Merchant here, so I'm going to buy some of the stuff. There's no Cloud Touch sprays, but I do have a ton of those on my main account, so that's fine, and we're good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I guess we could probably boost the Peach Wasp now. I think it's about ready for a toy. There we go, 1.5 minutes, so let's go ahead and get plasma done, and then we can swap that out for our Raiju. And in the meantime, our disco bees will hopefully give us disco now. Please give us disco done, please. All right, disco. Failed. Wow, you guys are failing me today. Usually you guys don't fail this much. Usually we're moving forward by now, but I don't know what's your guys' problem today. All right, well, sorry, I'm moving around in my chair, dude. Gotta readjust. Anyways, please, Zaza, Zeffy, come on, guys. You guys can do this for us, please. We need to get disco. Give us disco. Get it done. Failed. Zeffy, please. You know, you always come in clutch. You always come in clutch, right?
Nope.
Bro, why are you guys failing so much today? What is going on? You guys have a 28% chance, and you just be failing at every chance you have. At least the Peach Wasp knows what it's doing, and it's going to give us plasma right away. There goes our Peach Wasp with this PNG gliding animation, and there we go. We got plasma applied to a sugar apple, so the Peach Wasp is done, and we can go ahead and spawn in the Raiju to get the static mutation done. I'm gonna go ahead and place a carrot seed down. We have a shock spray we can use. Our last one from Brighter, dude. Thank you, Brighter, for your service. I wish you were still here. I wish you were here to see us this day and age, how we do these videos now. Here we go. Goodbye, shock spray. But anyways, our Raiju will eat this shocked carrot in just a little bit and apply static to stuff, and that'll be another guaranteed mutation out of the way. All right, so our Raiju is about to eat this shocked carrot and apply static to some of our fruits here, and then our chicken zombies are almost done with their cooldown, so hopefully get zombified done. Hopefully they're a little bit faster than the disco bees today. And then we have 3 disco bees that are going to attempt to apply disco as well. But anyways, here goes the Raiju. He just ate our carrot. He's going to apply static to stuff. So we got sugar apple with static and some beanstalk, so that works. So thank you, Raiju, for your service. Pick you up. All right, first disco bee failed. What about the other 2? All right, please give us disco, dude. Why are you guys taking so long today? Like, all of our other pets are doing their jobs and you guys are just failing at life. Come on. No more failing at life. We got to keep moving forward. All right, come on. Disco bee, give us disco, please. Failed. Zeffy, please, man. You got to understand. Like, we've been at this all day. Come on, man. We're going to be at this all day. Come on. Finally, dude, Zeffy came in clutch. We got disco applied to a sugar apple. Thank you so much. The disco bees are finally done. We can move these guys out of the way, and then we can actually go ahead and boost our corrupt kidzoon to hopefully get corrupt chakra done. And then we have 2 chicken zombies about to do their thing. Now, in case these guys fail again, I'm gonna go ahead and put some more chicken zombies down. Now, hopefully these 2 don't fail. The disco bees already failed us enough today. Bella, Shano, however you say your name. Look, I have faith in you guys. You guys always come in clutch with the zombified mutation. Please come in clutch again today so we can get ready for our AFK grind, okay? So we have a lot of pets to AFK with, and it'd just be nice if we get you all done and out of the way. Not that I hate you or anything. I love you guys, but please, come on, make it easy. First chicken zombie. Give us that zombified mutation. Come on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's go, dude. The first one. Apply to zombify to beanstalk. Like, why couldn't the disco bees do that? Why they gotta be all goofy today? All right, I don't understand. But anyways, after our corrupt kidzoon gives us corrupt chakra, we'll be good to go for our full AFK setup. But for now, we can go ahead and start getting some of these AFK pets put in. So we're gonna get the griffin in to get cyclonic, junkbot to get oil, a lobster in here to get meteoric and molten, the gnome to get gnomed, the spriggan to give us bloom. Oh yes, we're missing our corrupt scarlet macaw and our tranquil scarlet macaw, and then we also got to get that spaghetti sloth swapped out for the corrupt kidzoon once he's done, and then we should be good to AFK for a bit. So let me get that spaghetti sloth ready. All right, let's see if our corrupt kidzoon clutches up for us this time and gives us corrupt chakra. He should. We have so many plants, dude. Come on. All right, there we go. We got some on the sugar apple, some on the beanstalk, so we're good. We now have corrupt chakra. And again, I know people are going to be like, oh, why don't you get foxfire corrupt chakra and foxfire chakra? Well, look, man, like, I don't have much time today, especially, but usually I might try to do it in the future since we do like this nice like little AFK setup now. The moment I'm just not going to do it again today, but yeah, hopefully I'll start doing that in the future so we can get harmonized Foxfire chakra and regular harmonized chakra, so we get those extra multipliers for some extra cha-ching, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this corrupt kidzoon and we're gonna replace him with a spaghetti sloth here. This guy will give us sauce, pasta, and meatballs so we can get spaghetti done, and then we're gonna get the aromatic mutation from his mutation shards. There'll be 4 mutations from him. So now we have our AFK setup. I'm gonna go ahead and AFK for a little bit. Hopefully these guys will give us their mutations, and as they do, we'll swap them out with some kappas and some spinos, and then we'll get everything moved over to our Wisp-Wing, and we'll have the ultimate Wisp-Wing and grow a garden. All right, so I just got back from our first round of AFKing, and it looks like on some of our plans we did get some of the mutations already. So I noticed over here we actually got the gnomed mutation done, so we can go ahead and pick up our gnome. And then I also noticed up here, right here, we got the oil mutation done, so we can go ahead and pick up our junkbot. He's actually trying to reapply oil. Let's see if he does it anywhere else. No, okay, but it's done anyways, so we can go ahead and pick up the junkbot there. And let's see, did we get anything else? I did see, and I'll show you in a second here, but hold on. It's really hard to climb this beanstalk. It's a pain to climb this beanstalk. I'm falling out. All right, let's check on here. Okay, nothing looks different on here. But, okay, so on one of these sugar apples, we actually got meteoric done already, which we got meteoric done before we got molten done, it looks like, which is kind of crazy because that never happens. But there it is, meteoric. So meteoric is done. We just need to get molten now. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is, I guess we'll also see if we get bloom done and cyclonic done. So let me go ahead and I guess go ahead and boost our griffin to see if we can get cyclonic done real quick. Let's see. Okay, lots of cooldowns, but I did not see cyclonic, but that's fine. Lobster's doing something. Okay, he failed molten, that's fine. And then let's see if we can get bloom done with our spriggan here. Okay, one plant or one fruit just got bloom done, so we are done with our spriggan. That's perfect. So it looks like we just need to get cyclonic still, molten, and then we need to get corrupt, tranquil. And I think we only got meatball done so far, but we need to get sauce, pasta, and aromatic. All right, so taking a quick peek at everything here, it looks like on our Wisp Wing, we did get Storm Charged, which means we did get Static moved over, and we did get Tempestuous moved over and all that. So that's good. We can go ahead and favorite that. Oh, and we also seem to have gotten Meteoric and Molten, so those did get moved over and applied to our Wisp Wing. With that, we can go ahead and pick up our Lobster Pet here. So that's one of those guys gone for some extra space. And over here, I noticed we did get the Corrupt Mutation, so we can go ahead and pick up our Corrupt Scarlet here. And since we did get Cyclonic done, because Cyclonic, once it mixes with Tempestuous, it becomes Maelstrom, and then once Maelstrom combines with Static and Shock, it becomes Storm Charge. So since we have Storm Charge, it is confirmed that we have Cyclonic, so we go ahead and pick our Griffin up. And I have not seen Bloodlet yet on anything. I've not seen it on our big Wisp Wing here yet. So it looks like we still need to try and get Bloodlet done from our Kappas. We still need to get Tranquil done. And then for our Spaghetti Sloth, it looks like we have a lot of meatball and sauce all around, but it looks like we still need pasta and aromatic. And this thing did become frozen. As you can see, there's a big frozen box. We got a lot of chilled events, so that is done. And hopefully we can get Bloodlet on something that's not frozen so we can move it all over. I think to help the Kappas, I will go ahead and put down a couple of carrot seeds here. They seem to like the carrots, and if I put them on kind of both sides of the garden, eventually something here is going to get Bloodlet, so that should help them out a little bit there. All right, so since we only have one Kappa spawned in, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in another one to try and get Bloodlet done a little bit faster. And then I'm going to go ahead and spawn in our other two Spinos so they can start tearing through all of our fruits a little bit faster. There's a lot of glimmering fruit, so it might take a little bit longer this time around. I'm going to try to pick up the glimmering fruits once this next event ends, so they have an easier time in the next hour to move everything over. Oh, it looks like we did get aromatic, so all we'd need is pasta then. Did he just do that? I didn't notice. He might have just done that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so we just need pasta then, Tranquil, Bloodlet, and then everything moved over. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these glimmerings and then go back to being AFK. All right, so I was AFK for a little bit, and I actually checked, and we still need to get Bloodlet moved over, and for some reason, our Spaghetti Sloth has also not given us pasta yet. So we're still waiting to get pasta on something to get that moved over. And then besides that, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, my Corrupt Mutation that I had on one of my sugar apples is gone, and I didn't do anything besides AFK, so the Spinos should have moved it, but it's literally not on this anywhere. I don't know where it went. So yeah, I'm waiting to get that done again, and then of course we need to get pasta so we can get spaghetti done. And then besides that, I forgot earlier in the video to spawn in a golden goose, but I actually had a golden egg in my inventory, sold it, and I got fortune on a sugar apple, so we got to get that moved over as well. So we're still waiting for about 4 mutations to get moved over. We have 2 of them, and we're still waiting for 2 of them from our Spaghetti Sloth and from our Corrupt Scarlet. I don't know what happened to that Corrupt, but I guess I'll look back in my video and see what may have happened, what may have went wrong, and hopefully that'll help me figure it out, and then we can get Corrupt added onto here. But yeah, we're almost done. This has taken quite a while today, but just some of my mutations kind of like just blooped away. I don't know why. I think they bugged out or something from the Spinos. All right, so we pretty much got everything moved on to our Wisp Wing. As you can see, we have all of these mutations on it. Now, I know the list looks a little shorter than it usually does, and that's because we had Tempestuous / Maelstrom now mixed in with Static and Shock, so that made the list a little bit smaller. And the other thing we're actually missing is Corrupt. I don't know what happened to my Corrupt mutation. I had it on a sugar apple, and I ended up just reclaiming all my sugar apples and my beanstalk to make it a little bit easier for all of my Spinos to move stuff over. And so my Corrupt Scarlet would only focus on the Wisp Wing so we can get it back quickly, and it literally didn't work. And I have to catch a flight in the morning, and it's going on midnight, and I'm just finishing recording this. I've been at this for like 7 hours, dude, so I gotta just kind of cut it there, and I'm sorry about that. I wish I could have got that Corrupt mutation added on here and a couple of the other ones, but from AFKing and getting all of our pets done, this is what we're looking at. And if I actually unravel all these, we have 28 mutations on here, and a solar eclipse just started, so we might be able to get a eclipse on this real quick before we end off. And yeah, if we can get that, we'd have 29. But if we actually separate these mutations here, Spaghetti would actually bring us up to about 30 mutations. Storm Charge would bring us up to about, actually this one would give me a lot, so it'd be like Windstruck, Tempestuous, Cyclonic, Shocked, and Static. About an extra 4 mutations, so it'd have like 34 mutations with that. Harmonized Chakra 35, Gloom 36, Paradisal about 37, and Frozen about maybe 38. And also we had Sandy, but usually we get that to Ceramic which would be about like 40. I don't know why I didn't convert to ceramic, because this thing had wet on it applied multiple times, but I think it's because it got frozen before wet got applied to that sandy to make it clay and then into ceramic. So some goofy stuff happened, but overall, I mean, this Wisp-Wing has a lot of mutations. It pretty much has everything we normally do. A couple screw ups here and there, but I apologize about that. I don't really have time to fix it right now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do without further ado here is I'm going to spawn in my raptors to attempt to hopefully get amber added onto our Wisp-Wing as well. And we're gonna just wait a minute to see if the solar eclipse event actually gives us the eclipse. I know I could probably place some carrots and get it down quick and then add a Spino in and move it over, but again, I don't really have time because I got to get to bed for this flight. So I'm just gonna see if we get eclipse real quick, and if we don't, then that's unfortunate, but hopefully we can get it just real quick on there. That'd be nice, you know, real quick. Come on, buddy. All right, we unfortunately did not get the eclipsed mutation. We might have if I put some carrots down, or if that would have happened a few minutes earlier. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and pick up our Wisp-Wing, and let's see if we get the amber mutation applied.
Nope.
No, we literally did not get the amber mutation applied, which is crazy, dude. I don't know why we have so many raptors now. We're getting it even less, I feel like, but I don't know, man. They got to give us a way to get the amber mutation spray back, because the raptors, they just don't do us justice sometimes. But anyways, here's our Wisp-Wing with all these mutations on it. It looks absolutely crazy, dude. This is like the best looking fruit in the game, in my opinion. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and check the value of this thing with Steven. So Steven, what is our Wisp-Wing worth today? This thing is worth 800 billion. And again, if we got that crud mutation, that eclipse mutation that just happened, and possibly even amber on here, this thing would have definitely it would have most likely been in the trillions, which is pretty crazy. I mean, this thing is worth a lot of money. Now, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, the amber heart is worth a little bit more than this, I believe, or it's maybe about the same, but this Wisp-Wing can grow really big. I think it's easier to get a bigger one of these than the amber heart, and this thing just looks incredible. But anyways, we're going to be attempting to get every single mutation on this thing, and hopefully it's worth all the Robux I just spent. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to go ahead and start by spawning in my mooncats here. So we're going to spawn in 7 mooncats. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our sprinklers down here. So let's do a Grandmaster sprinkler, Master, Godly. I'm gonna do 2 advanced and 1 basic. The 2 advanced should help this grow a little bit faster. There we go. We have our Princess Thorn finally growing in, and then we're gonna go ahead and spawn in a Triceratops. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use some watering cans on it as well to speed up the process of getting this grown. So then we can hopefully just have our Triceratops grow it in with 1 smack of the horns that he has. So let's go buy some more watering cans to speed this up a little bit. All right, we have some more mooncats stacking up right here. Let's go ahead and trowel this in there. Is this thing growing upside down? Like, why when I pick it up you can see it, but then like when I drop it, it's in the ground? How does this work? How does this work? All right, we'll just wait a minute. We'll let this guy smack it. I was hoping to get it done before he would smack it the next time, but I need more watering cans, dude. I literally just need to AFK and like set an auto clicker on watering cans overnight. Come on, buddy. Get this thing to grow in. I don't even know how big this is going to be. I can't tell. That was 33 minutes. It didn't even get to full grown. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna need some more watering cans. Okay, so I'm assuming the thorns grow here, here, and here, so we'll probably have 3 of them. Does that sound right? I think so. I can't even pick it up now. Is it that big? It's just so heavy I can't lift it anymore. All right, it's getting smacked. Oh, that's not even done. Where's this thing gonna go, dude? This is huge. Why is it? Wait, I thought this was supposed to be like a green. Is this just one of the thorns on it? Where's it growing? Is it growing in the ground? This is supposed to look like this. I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not done. It's gotta. Okay, hold on. Let me. What's going on here? Hold on. Let me use my mana cat. I'm just gonna fully grow it in so we can save some time. I guess we'll do this. Let's see the grand reveal. Oh my gosh, bro! I could literally climb this and get up onto that cloud. This thing is humongous. Oh, we have the silver mutation. That's why it's this color. I thought it was the one of the thorns. Oh my gosh, dude! This is literally a beanstalk. I could climb past the cloud. This is insane. Oh, wait, hold on. This is crazy. Hold on. I can literally... Wait, can I make that? I might be able to make that. I might be able to make that jump. Bro, look at how big this thing is. I gotta get some screenshots of this because this is actually insane. This is bigger than the beanstalk that grows in. No, okay, I can't make that jump, but wow, is this thing huge. All right, well, we have our Princess Thorn, as you can tell. So first things first, we got to get some sprays on this thing so we can get it to turn into rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the chocolate spray on it. We're gonna apply the shock spray on it. We'll do Windstruck because we have a pterodactyl, so that's kind of You don't really need that. Then we'll do honey glazed, and there we go. We have 5. Actually, no, hold on. The silver doesn't count. That's a growth mutation, so we don't have 5 mutations yet. We need to do pollinated. There we go. Growth mutations don't count for turning this rainbow, but there we go. Now we have 5 mutations, and we can go ahead and spawn in our queen bee to reset her cooldown, and then we can go ahead and spawn in a butterfly. But then over here on our main account, we are also going to spawn in a queen bee as well, and we're going to spawn in a kitsune, so the queen bee over here will cool down that kitsune, and then that will apply chakra to our princess thorn, which is going to look insane whenever it comes over here to steal it and moves it to my main account. All right, but anyways, now we just have to do some waiting around, so we'll be back in a second once this thing is turning rainbow. So real quick, it is nighttime, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is place a carrot down back here in the corner of my garden, and that way we can get the moonlit mutation onto this carrot, and whenever that is moonlit, this we're going to convert to rainbow. So if we get it on our princess thorn, that would be great, but it's going to be gone anyways. Yeah, so that doesn't really matter. So we have this carrot here. We're going to let this carrot get moonlit, and then in a little bit we can use a Spinosaurus to move that over to our princess thorn, and that way we will have moonlit, and we don't need to wait another 4 or so hours to get another nighttime event. So that should definitely help, having that carrot placed. And I literally just paused the recording right when it happened, but there we go. Our carrot's moonlit, so we'll now be able to use our Spinosaurus to move that over. So perfect. All right, boys, we gotta hurry this up. Queen bee, it's literally hailing at my house right now outside, and I don't know if I'm about to get slammed by a tornado, so like I gotta make sure I get the princess thorn, all the mutations before I die. So I might be blowing around during this video. Anyways, the queen bee is about to finish her cooldown here, so there we go. She is done with her cooldown. She's now going to cool down our butterfly, and our butterfly is going to convert all these mutations over to rainbow. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply all of my sprays here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put shocked onto it, verdant, fried, wet, pollinated, cloud touched, burnt, chocolate, and honey glazed. Now we're up to 10 mutations on our princess thorn. And then over here on my main account, we have just a couple minutes left for that queen bee. Let me see if I have any toys on my main account. I do. I'm gonna cool down my queen bee with that. So the queen bee is going to do her little dance there, and then my kitsune is going to head over here and apply chakra. It looks like he's targeting the carrot. Bro, are you targeting the carrot right now? I wanted you to go for the princess thorn, but that's fine. As long as we get the chakra mutation on the carrot, that should be fine. All right, there we go. He took a carrot, but we now have chakra on that, so we're going to use a Spinosaurus to move over the moonlit and the chakra to our princess thorn, and we should be good. I need to take like a 10-minute break here and make sure I don't lose power and lose all the footage, so I'll be back. Oh, actually, real quick before I do my break, I'm going to go ahead and apply the bloom spray as well onto the princess thorn, so that way we have the new bloom mutation as well. We don't need to use the Spriggan pet, so that'll save some time today. So there we go. All right, I'll be right back before I die. All right, so we are back in business now. I think I'm safe. I don't know. There's still a storm, but it's not as bad now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some mutations done on this princess thorn. So we got all this applied. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in the golden goose. Since this guy has the fortune mutation, we can use the Spinosaurus to move it over from an egg to this thing. So that'll be a quick and easy mutation to get done. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in our lobsters here, since they take a while for their mutations. They take 15 minutes for molten and 30 minutes for meteoric. Let's go ahead and do 2 disco beasts so we can try and get that disco mutation done and out of the way. We're going to spawn in our Raiju next so we can get shocked applied to a carrot, and then he'll eat the carrot and then apply static to our princess thorn. So we're gonna get his cooldown going there, and then I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in the pterodactyl so we can try and get tempestuous done, and then we will spawn in the corrupt kitsune so we can try and get corrupt chakra done. That's 8 pets for us there. That should be good, a good start. Okay, so this is interesting. We just got an aurora event. I'm hoping it'll at least give us the aurora mutation on one of these carrots. I'll be happy then, so we can get that moved over to our princess thorn. But anyways, our Raiju here is about done with the cooldown. I do need to give our Raiju another toy because I was right under the last cooldown, but there we go. So our Raiju is about to eat this shocked carrot and apply static, hopefully just directly to the princess thorn, but it'll do it to these carrots as well. All right, there we go. Carrot has been 8 and static should be applied. Okay, so okay, we did get it on the princess thorn. For a second it was only going to the carrot, so I got a little worried, but either way it would have been fine. We have Spinosauruses. All right, so Raiju's good. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our Raiju. Next up we have the pterodactyl, who's going to attempt to apply tempestuous to either one of these carrots or the princess thorn directly. Let's see. Okay, all of the carrots. Okay, so one of the carrots is now tempestuous, so this one is tempestuous. Perfect. We are good there, so we can go ahead and pick up the pterodactyl, and then our disco bees are about to be next. So one of them just ran out of a toy cooldown, so I'm gonna go ahead and what did I don't even know what I just did, dude. All right, I respawned my pterodactyl. All right, there we go. Disco bee failed. Okay, that's fine. Next disco bee. Please don't fail. Please just do your duties, please. Please do your duties, please. Duties. Ah, perfect. Disco applied to Princess Thorn right away. All right, so those are a couple of pets done. We can go ahead and pick up these Disco bees next. And the golden goose is now about to lay an egg for us. So that will give us the fortune mutation. What are you thinking? Right there? Is that your spot? All right, there we go. We have a golden egg with the fortune mutation. So that is good as well. So we go ahead and pick up the golden goose now. And then we just have to wait for that corrupt kitsune. So let's go ahead and pick up this. We'll go ahead and pick up all these static carrots. We do have tempestuous on this one. And then we have moonlit and chakra on this one. And then we have fortune over here. Can I move this over here? Yes, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and move this egg here. I'm going to go ahead and spawn in 2 Spinosauruses to start eating away at these mutations. And also our lobsters are about to attempt to apply the molten mutation, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them toys to hopefully help with getting molten. Let's see. Okay, we got molten done on a carrot, so that will be another thing for the Spinosaurus to move over, but we still need meteoric from these guys, so we'll wait on that. All right, so that's some pretty good progress there. I'm going to go ahead and grow some more carrot seeds, so we have some fresh ones for the corrupt kitsune to possibly apply corrupt chakra. But I think what we should do next is get the tranquil scarlet macaw ready and the corrupt scarlet macaw ready, because these guys take a while to get those mutation shard mutations done. And also, it's hard to tell because I don't even have the mutation timers on here. They completely removed them for whatever reason. They're bugged. And then in the meantime, we're also going to go ahead and spawn in our spaghetti sloth because this guy has 4 mutations to go through. So a second ago, I accidentally clicked the stupid button right here to go to my 3rd loadout with no pets on it. And then I had to go back and then all my pet cooldowns reset. So we had to wait a little bit longer for everything. But we're good now. Everyone's about to be done with their cooldowns very shortly. So to speed this up a little bit, I am going to give our Spinosaurus some toys here. And then we're also going to, I guess we'll do a quick cooldown on our spaghetti sloth. Let's just save a little bit of time, get that first mutation done. All right, so we applied meatball to this carrot here. All right, our Spinosauruses are about to feast on quite a few mutations here and move them over to our Princess Thorn. So we should get a lot of the mutations moved over, at least 4. So let's just see which ones this one's going to move over. Looks like we got molten, wet. We didn't need wet, but okay. And he ate meatball, looks like, and fortune. All right, so we have molten. We did not need wet, but we did get meatball and fortune. Let's go ahead and see what this guy moves over. All right, meatball again. Fortune again, and then we got tempestuous and moonlit moved over. All right, so we can go ahead and get rid of this golden egg. That is done and out of the way. This carrot is good. We don't need that. And then all we need on this one now is just that chakra to get moved over, and we should be getting corrupt chakra done in just a second. So they moved over pretty much everything we needed, which is awesome. Okay, we got corrupt chakra done on 2 carrots, but we only really need it on 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of these corrupt chakra carrots and carefully pick up the other ones. Next up, I think I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a jackalope here because I was going to do the junk bot next, but the jackalopes have a really quick cooldown, so we should be able to get Sandy done and out of the way very fast. And to even speed this up, I'm going to go ahead and give it a toy to give it a bit of a boost, and hopefully that will give us enough % chance to get Sandy done on one of these first go-arounds. All right, there we go. The jackalope just applied Sandy to the Princess Thorn, so we are good with this jackalope. Oh, it's already ceramic. Okay, wait. I guess we had a heat wave earlier, and it just instantly went to ceramic. Should have made this turn to clay first, and then we would have gotten ceramic after a heat wave, but maybe there was like a hidden sun-dried on here, but I don't know why we never got paradisal then for verdant. Anyways, we do have ceramic, so that is done and out of the way. So we can go ahead and replace him now with the junk bot, and then we got to wait for this guy to attempt to give us oil. And then next up, we have our spaghetti sloth who's about to apply another ingredient mutation, so hopefully we get sauce or pasta and not meatball again. All right, what ingredient are you going to give us, spaghetti sloth? Please be pasta or sauce. I don't care which one it is, as long as it's one of those and not meatball again. We don't need your meatballs again, bro. And he's going for this carrot as well. I wish he went for this one so the Spinosaurus can get these done in the next go around, but he's got to be making things hard for us. All right, but at least he gave us pasta, so all we need now is sauce and aromatic from him. Oh, meteoric failed. Please, please, other one. They both failed. All right, well, I'm gonna go cry now. I literally just missed it, but we just got corrupt from our corrupt scarlet. Also, apparently, if you have molten, that actually works to give you ceramic. So that is why we got ceramic so quickly, and we don't actually lose the molten. And I guess if you have sun-dried, you won't lose the sun-dried either. I thought you lost it and just combined them, but no, it just cooks the clay for you. So yeah, now we have ceramic, and we didn't lose anything, so that's good. And we have corrupt done, which usually takes forever. I saw the tranquil one try to apply, but it looks like it failed. But at least we can go ahead ahead and get the corrupt Scarlet out of the way. With that, I guess we can go ahead and spawn in next a chicken zombie because these guys have been waiting for their time to shine. So we're going to do a chicken zombie and hopefully we can get... I don't know why I just did that. I'm back at the gear shop. But anyways, hopefully we can get zombified mutation done quickly. And that will be another one out of the way. I'm also just restocking some stuff, so don't mind me. I just realized, and I think this happened last time and I didn't realize it then, but we did lose burnt and cooked on our princess thorn. So I think we would have had more mutations last video, but I didn't realize it tries to take burnt, cooked, and fried. And if it takes one of those, it'll remove them. And in this case, we had burnt and fried already applied. So in the future, we have to make sure that we get ceramic done before we get burnt and fried applied to this thing. So it did remove those. So we do have to reapply those now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So there's fried and there's burnt back onto it. But, oh wait, am I tripping? No. Okay, so yeah, if you have ceramic, you can't have burnt or fried on your princess thorn, or I guess, I mean, any fruit in this case. So it does remove those, but that's interesting. So it actually, you can't have burnt or fried. So it all just combines into ceramic. It won't let you have them. It just removes them completely. That's really weird, but okay, at least we have ceramic. That is a better multiplier anyways. Okay, corrupt chakra, perfect. Give us pasta or chakra. Okay, good. Corrupt chakra and pasta have been applied. That is good. We just got wet on our princess thorn from the rain. So hopefully this Spinosaurus just eats that chakra so we can be done. Please don't eat the pollinated. Please just eat the chakra. Nope. He ate the pollinated, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now, in terms of events, if we could get Celestial, that'd be nice. Aurora and Acidic Rain. And then also if we could get an Eclipsed event, that'd be good as well. But a lot of those are rare and take forever to get. But hopefully we can see them soon. That'd make me very smiley happy, smiley, mutation happy, smiley. Hey, if you give me oil, I'll give you a kiss. How about that, Junkbot? Let's see if he accepts my offer. If you don't give me oil, no kiss for you. And that's that. All right, let's see. Are you getting a kiss? He wants my kiss. Come here, Junkbot. You're so nice. All right, Junkbot is done. I'm going to go ahead and pick Junkbot up, and we'll go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie to hopefully give us zombified a little bit faster. All right, I believe if I give my spaghetti sloth a toy now, we should be able to boost both cooldowns and not waste it on trying to get aromatic. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and give him a toy. And that will make his ingredient one ready. He is, of course, going to target the carrot. This dude loves carrots, man. I don't know why. But as long as you give us sauce on this carrot, I don't mind. I really don't mind that you like the carrot. So just sauce it up for us real quick. Come on. Can't be that hard. Just a little sauce for us, buddy, right? Pasta again. Wow, you really like pasta on carrots. Well, I really don't like you for giving us pasta again, because that just makes it harder for our Spinosauruses, buddy. I need sauce. What are you doing? Perfect. Our spaghetti sloth just applied aromatic to our princess thorn. So that is another mutation done. The boost, I guess, helped with that mutation shard. So all we need from him now is to just give us sauce so we can have spaghetti done. All right, so our Spinos here are almost done with their cooldowns. I'm going to go ahead and give them some toys so we can get them almost done with their cooldowns completely. So we just need that chakra, and then we can get rid of these Spinosauruses, and we could be chilling. And then these lobsters, I believe this is the meteoric cooldown, so we can try and give them some toys as well to get that boosted. But before I do anything, let's just let these Spinosauruses attempt to move that chakra over. And once they're done, we will then give some boost to our other pets. I don't want any of the other pets applying stuff to this carrot anymore. So that way we can save some time with using Spinosauruses. So hopefully these guys this time around just get this chakra moved over, dude. So we can be done with this little carrot over here in the corner. All right, here they go. Here goes the first Spino. Hey, maybe make it easy and just give us that chakra moved over. The first one, please. Nope. Pollinated again. I don't know. And then it just reapplies it to the carrot, dude. I don't know why it does that. I think because that's the only plant at that point without pollinated. It's really annoying that they always just target pollinated. Please, 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 Shano, just move the chakra over, dude. I don't want you to keep doing this. If we keep doing this, I'm going to have to get the T-Rexes involved, and they're not going to be very happy. So, come on. All right, go ahead. Eat the chakra. Eat the chakra. Bruh, I don't want your pasta. Okay, this is upsetting at this point. This is very upsetting. I just want chakra. I actually, honestly, might just get my main account back. You know what? That's probably easier. I'm just gonna get my main account back in here to directly apply chakra to the Princess Thorn, because these guys are taking forever, and that will save some time in the long run. So I'm picking up these Spinos. We're gonna get the main account back in here to apply chakra again to the Princess Thorn. In the meantime, let's go ahead and give a toy to our spaghetti sloth here to boost his ingredient cooldown. Was that the ingredient cooldown? What are you doing it? What's going on? You good, bro? Are you good? We don't have spaghetti yet. Why? He didn't do anything. We have meatball and pasta do. I don't know why you didn't do anything. Maybe you can't reach in there. I don't know. All right, well, he'll eventually do that for us. I guess that's fine. Let's go ahead and give a toy to UC here to maybe boost to give us zombified. Maybe, please. Zombified, please. I just want to get that done and out of the way, please. All right, that's good. And then we'll give some toys to our lobsters to maybe give us meteoric. Please, please, please.
Nope.
Failed, failed, and failed. This is always a sad, sad time. All right, well, I guess in the meantime, then, we're going to go ahead and spawn in. I would do the kappas, but dude, we never get bloodlet from them. They always just be bugging. I'm not even going to deal with them today. I don't want to deal with them today. Maybe later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a queen bee to help with some cooldowns around here. And I'm going to spawn in a mimic octopus to help with maybe mimicking one of these abilities like zombified or meteoric. And that should help us get some extra mutations done. Oh, this is frost. I guess we do need chilled. We need to get this thing frozen. I don't think I'm gonna mess with trying to get bloodlet today, so that's fine. And tranquil just failed, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that as well. But anyways, the main account is back. We're gonna go ahead and actually we don't need to spawn anything in. He already has the queen bee spawned in and the kitsune. So in a little bit we'll have chakra reapplied, but this time to the princess thorn directly, so that way we don't have to be waiting for spinosauruses all day. All right, please, zombified. Let's get this one done out of the way. You got a boost. It shouldn't be hard. Come on, let's go. We got zombified applied to the princess thorn. Thank you, UC, for being very UC-ful. I have no friends. I'm sorry.
Bruh, chill.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick these guys up, and then we can let the raptors just chill here, get some level ups, so we have better amber chances in just a bit, and that should be good. And I guess I know there's a frost event going on, but I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that so we get that done out of the way. And there we go. We now have frozen applied to our princess thorns. And then also, I guess all we need to do is wait for our main accounts, Kitsune, to come over here, steal that, give us chakra, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so we just got back from being AFK, and while we were gone, we did get meteoric done and added onto our princess thorn. We also seem to have gotten sauce finally, so we have spaghetti, and we did get chakra applied, so we have harmonized chakra. So okay, I just gave a toy to my scarlet here, and then instantly, as soon as I did, it actually just applied the tranquil mutation to our princess thorn. Now, I did actually notice in my footage when I was AFK, we did get a heatwave event, but it did not turn our verdant into paradisal, which is kind of weird. I guess you can only have paradisal or ceramic, it looks like, so maybe we should just focus on trying to get paradisal in the future. I thought you can have both of them for double extra nice juicy mutations, but it looks like you can't. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe you can, because I think before I actually did get paradisal and I had ceramic in the last video, but maybe because we had molten and ceramic, it just messed it up, so we could not get paradisal anymore. So I don't know, kind of weird, but yeah, our princess thorn though seems to be pretty good. We still need aurora, celestial, eclipsed, and that's pretty much it, I believe. Oh, and I guess acidic, but those events take quite a while to get, and we've already been at this for like 3 or 4 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our pets here. We're gonna go ahead and spawn in our raptors here so we can attempt to get the amber mutation, as these guys are both boosted for the next 3 minutes. 24 mutations, and if we separate tempestuous, that's 25. Spaghetti is 27. Frozen is 28. Harmonized chakra is 29. Technically, ceramic would be 30 to 31. So if we get amber on this, then we would have like 31, 32 mutations total, and this thing is hopefully going to be pretty expensive regardless if we get amber or not, because it has so many mutations and it is humongous. So without further ado though, we're going to go ahead, pick up our princess thorn, and check the value with Steven to see how much this thing is worth. So let's go ahead and pick this thing up. Hopefully we get amber. Okay, we did not get amber today, but that is okay. And it is so big that it's actually bugged in my hand. I can't actually view it when I hold it because it is that big. So that's insane. Oh, there it is. It's trying. It's, oh wait, there it is. Look at it. Look how much. Look at that thing, dude. It is huge. It's just, you can't even see it. It's just a big flat like base plate of ice. That is crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check the value of this thing with Steven, and hopefully this is worth the amount, and hopefully we get a lot of money. So Steven, what are you thinking today for this princess thorn? This thing is worth 239 billion, which is honestly pretty good. I thought we'd actually get up to 1 trillion with this thing because of how huge it was and how many mutations we had on it. So for 200 billion, I actually feel like this is a little low, but maybe I'm the only one who thinks that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is this a little bit low? Should this get a buff, or is this a good price for how big our princess thorn was and how many mutations we had on it? We're gonna go ahead and plant our maple resin seed right here next to our pancake stack, and then with that, we're gonna go ahead and spawn spawn in about, let's do 6 sugar apples there, okay? And then real quick, we're gonna spawn in my apple gazelle. And then I'm gonna have my main account come over here and hit that grow all button for us. All right, perfect. So here is the maple resin, and it actually looks really, really awesome. However, we're not gonna use this one that grew in here. We're actually gonna grow in a bigger one in just a second. But let's go ahead and use our apple gazelle to get the warp mutation. So I'm gonna pick up these. Oh, there we go. That was only 2 of them and we're done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and travel this over here. So we have the warp mutation ready now. And then we're gonna go ahead and reclaim these sugar apples just so they're out of the way, so there's less work for our spinos later. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead real quick now and place an advanced sprinkler down right in this corner. And we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our 3 mandrakes here, and they all are boosted, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and get our mandrake seeds. I already have them right here, and some watering cans. Then we're gonna go ahead and place a couple of these down at a time. We need to get that rot mutation done though, so hopefully we get it in this set of 6. If we don't, we're gonna have to get some more real quick. All right, we got rot applied to a mandrake, which is actually this one, so perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this rotted mandrake over here to our collection, and we are good to go to start getting the other mutations done now. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and pick up these mandrakes and the apple gazelle now, and we are good with that. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick up this. Oh, there's actually more maple resin that grows in. I thought there was only the one. Okay. But we are going to pick up all these. We're going to go ahead and get our sprinklers down here. So let's go ahead and put down a, here's my Grandmaster. We're going to put down a Grandmaster sprinkler here. We'll do our Master sprinkler, the Godly. We need to get an advanced in there and a basic. And then there's also a maple sprinkler that we can get over here in the shop. That is for fall plants. I'm gonna go ahead and run over here and grab that real quick because I forgot about that. Okay, I gotta add some more Robux. Hold on. Plant, don't grow too fast. Hold on. All right, we should be good. Grab this. We gotta run back quick. Is that the right thing? Yeah, that's the right thing. All right, go. Run. All right, we got it. We're good. I'm gonna throw that in the stack. Should have had that done earlier. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our mooncats now, and we're gonna go ahead and spawn in a triceratops to see how much growth this gives us. So we should be good. Now we should be able to get a pretty big maple resin to grow in and make some good money once we get all the mutations on it. I realized I forgot to get the Dawnbound mutation again on a plant. Now there is the new sugar glider pet that can copy mutation, and it's not like the spinos or remove it or steal it. I'll just copy it. So I'll have to do that from now on to move the Dawnbound mutation over. So we'll plan to get that in just a bit. But anyways, let's see where our mooncats sleep. Okay, we have a couple of them getting close to our maple resin here. Hopefully a couple of them stack up in a spot. All right, well, this is a pretty good stack over here though. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there real quick. Let's let this consume all the mooncat boosts real quick. All right, that should be good. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw this back over here on our sprinklers. If it'll let me move it. There we go. Okay, that's a pretty big one there. That one looks pretty nice. Okay, we might have a winner. We'll keep trying though. We'll see what else we can get. And we'll have our triceratops hit it a couple times as well to see what we get. And perfectly, all our mooncats are sleeping right next to this. Not all of them, but you know, a good chunk of them. I'll go ahead and give our triceratops a toy as well, just to hopefully get a double hit on the maple resin to help a little bit. All right, triceratops is gonna smack it. Didn't really do much for us. All right, well, I feel like this might be a pretty big maple resin. I don't know. I think you could probably get bigger than this, but I guess we'll keep it since that one is pretty big there. And I think the value will be pretty good no matter what. So let's go ahead and favorite our maple resin then. And let's go ahead and pick up all of our pets we have currently placed down. Let's get a queen bee going here. Let's get our butterfly going. And then we're going to apply some mutations on this so we can turn it into rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the chocolate mutation, pollinated, windstruck, and then I will do a couple on my main account. Hold on, let me grab some sprays over there. All right, so on my main account, I'm gonna go ahead and add a chilled spray since we don't really need those, and a windstruck. Oh wait, I already did windstruck. What am I doing? I'll add a cloud touch. There we go. That's better. All right, so now our maple resin does have 5 mutations that can be converted to rainbow, so we'll unfavorite that, and we'll let our queen bee cool down our butterfly, convert these to rainbow, and then we'll be good to go. There's also a small one right there I'm gonna pick up. There we go. And all right, our maple resin is ready to go to become rainbow, so we'll do that once these cooldowns are completed. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a golden goose so we can get this guy's egg ready to go. And then on my main account, I'm actually going to go ahead and spawn in my kitsune and a queen bee over here as well. So that way the queen bee will cool down the kitsune, and then this guy will apply the chakra mutation to our maple resin, or at least one of our sugar apples, so we can get this thing to be chakra or foxfire chakra. And then also to save some time later, I'm going to also spawn in a Raiju here. I'm going to place down a carrot seed, and then on my main account, I will apply the shock spray to the carrot. There we go. All right, so now we have the shocked mutation on our carrot, and then our Raiju will in a little bit eat this carrot with the shocked on it and convert it to static and apply that to our maple resin or our sugar apples. And I know a lot of people are like, Bandites, shocked is better than static. Why do you get it? Well, you can literally have both mutations, and when you get both mutations, then you can get Maelstrom, Storm Charged. Actually, you don't get Maelstrom from that, but you do get Storm Charged, and Storm Charged is a really good multiplier, so you kind of need like both of them. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, so our Raiju will eat that, add some static, and we should be good. And then yeah, that should be good. If it adds it to our maple resin, that's not a big deal. I actually will probably go ahead and just add some carrot seeds right here, just so it will hit one of these carrots. That way, in case it does just go directly on the maple resin, it's fine if it goes to rainbow, because we'll have it on a carrot over here. And that way the Raiju will be done and out of the way. All right, we're gonna wait for this to go to rainbow, and then we'll be back and continue getting mutations. All right, our Raiju is gonna eat that shocked carrot there and then apply it. And there we go. We have a couple of static carrots, which is perfect. And we also got one of our mandrakes over here static and some sugar apples. So we are good to go. I'm going to actually go ahead and pick up these carrots then, since we don't need these ones, since we have it on those fruits over there. And our Raiju is done with its job. So we can go ahead and pick up the Raiju. And then our golden goose will lay us a golden fortune egg in just a second. And then we'll use Spinos to move the fortune mutation over to our apple resin when we're ready to go with that. All right. So our queen bee is cooling down our butterfly, and our butterfly is applying rainbow to our maple resin. I think I accidentally said apple resin a second ago. Sorry about that if I did that. I don't know, bro. My brain breaks or something. But anyways, our maple resin is now rainbow, so we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and pick up our queen bee and our butterfly, favorite the maple resin, and let's go ahead and add some sprays to this thing. So we're going to put pollinated back onto it. We're going to put, actually, we won't do windstruck. We also won't do glimmering because we have a couple of glimmering sugar apples still that we're going to save. So we're going to do pollinated. We're going to do chocolate. We're going to put down a honey sprinkler for honey glazed. And then on my main account over here, I'm going to go ahead and apply some extra sprays as well. So we have the shock spray we're going to reapply. We're going to apply the luminous spray, the cloud touch spray, and verdant. And there we go. We now are up to 8 mutations on this thing, and we're about to get plenty more. We also have my main account's Kitsune that will hopefully apply Foxfire Chakra or Chakra in just a second. All right, so here comes the Kitsune, and I just boosted the Kitsune as well, so we might be able to get Foxfire Chakra instead of regular Chakra. Let's see. Here he comes. He's coming in. All right, we just got regular Chakra, but we'll take that for now. We can probably get Foxfire later when we AFK. And it is time to get started with some of our pets. Let's go ahead and go through all the guaranteed mutation pets first. We're going to go ahead and throw a Peach Wasp in here. Let's do our Cockatrice. We'll throw in our Phoenix. This guy will give us Plasma. This guy will give us Toxic. That guy will give us the Flaming mutation, which can be converted to Blazing and Infernal. We'll go ahead and spawn in our Lemon Lion to get the Brain Rot mutation. And then we'll spawn in our Pterodactyl for the Tempestuous mutation, and our Corrupt Kitsune for the Corrupt Chakra or Corrupt Foxfire Chakra mutations. And I think that's all of our guaranteed pets that we need to do. We already did the Raiju, so we're good with him. And perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure there's no other guaranteed pets. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and spawn in some jackalopes here so we can get the Sandy mutation done and out of the way and applied to something. And these guys are already boosted, so that's good. I'm also going to spawn in again some more carrot seeds just so our Pterodactyl and Corrupt Kitsune have an easier time applying this mutation. The more carrots we have, honestly, doesn't hurt now that the fairy event's over, because we don't get the glimmering mutation spammed. So it'll just give us more opportunities for our pets to reach different fruits and apply mutations that we need. And I'm also going to restock on some carrots just so I have a good supply. All right, so I think this is a good setup here. We do have a bunch of new pets as well. So we actually do have the new swan pet here, which I don't think he's guaranteed, but he will give us the... I forgot the mutation name, honestly. I can't lie, I just forgot it. I just had a brain fart. Let me pick up a jackalope real quick so I can check out these pets. So the swan will give us the graceful mutation. There we go. So I think this is a guaranteed mutation, actually, because every 5 minutes graces a fruit with graceful. So we'll actually keep him spawned in. And then we also have the grizzly bear, which I believe gives us the fall mutation. We have the badger, which can give us the cracked mutation from the earthquake event. And then we also have the space squirrel that can apply the void touch mutation, which is pretty cool that we can actually get void touch now without a black hole event. So we'll use him in just a little bit as well. But this is a good setup for now. We'll wait for our jackalope to give us the sandy mutation. Then we'll check through some of our other pets and get all these guaranteed pets done done and out of the way, and then we can set up for a nice little AFK setup. All right, so our lemon lion is now applying brain rot, and it's applied to one of our sugar apples, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up, and I'm gonna spawn in another jackalope again just to help us get the sandy mutation done. And then I think we'll do like our grizzly bears, and then like our space squirrel. We'll get these guys out of the way with the disco bees and the chicken zombies, so we can get all those done, and then we'll set up for an AFK grind to get those longer mutations that take a while. So we'll go ahead and do that. Our swan's about to apply the graceful mutation, and actually I didn't realize the swan is like the mimic octopus, where every like 20 minutes it tries to apply a mutation from another pet. So that'll be really useful later for when we use the Spino, so we pretty much have an extra Spinosaurus. I'll be happy with that, so that's really nice. I'm gonna boost this jackalope just to try and help us give a better chance for Sandy to get done out of the way. Okay, that still is failing, but it'll be done eventually, okay?
You sure about that?
Our cockatrice will also give us toxic in just a second, and then we're about to get our swan done and out of the way. So let's see. Our swan's going to apply graceful to something. Okay, we got graceful on the maple resin. I don't know if it was this direct one. I think it's this one that's glowing right there, so we'll get that moved over later. But our swan's job is done for now. We can use it later as a mimic octopus, but for now we are good. So let's go ahead and pick up our swan, and let's see, is that going to apply Sandy? All right, perfect. We got Sandy added to a carrot, so our jackalopes are done as well. We can go ahead and move this Sandy carrot over to our little collection for our Spinos. You know, we can't really have silver, but I'll just throw it in there. Just why not? You know, what if the game bugs and gives us silver with rainbow or something? That'd be so cool. That'd be so awesome, dude. That'd be so awesome and cool. You would too. All right, anyways, our cockatrice is going to give us the toxic mutation now, and our pterodactyl will hopefully give us tempestuous in the next minute here. So we'll let those play out. But let me see. I think the space squirrel might be a guaranteed void touch mutation. Let me just double check. Okay, no, it only has a 15% chance. So this guy we might want to wait for our AFK grind and swap him in with one of our pets later. What about our badger here? I do have a giant badger. So every 2 minutes he has a chance to apply the crack mutation. So I guess we'll try and do that. Okay, perfect. So we have toxic added to a couple of our carrots. Here's one of them. I'll go ahead and move this guy over. And I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in another badger. Since these guys have pretty short cooldowns, we'll use these guys to attempt to get the cracked mutation. I'm also going to boost them to give them a little bit of a better... I did not mean to boost that. Oh, wait, no, I did boost the badger. I thought I boosted the Krupkadzun, but there we go. That'll give them a little bit of a faster mutation and hopefully a good enough boost to give us a better cracked mutation chance. All right, so work on trying to get cracked. Our pterodactyl is going to apply tempestuous, hopefully. Let's see. Okay, we did not get tempestuous, so we have to actually wait another 8 minutes for the pterodactyl. Bro, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? We're supposed to swap you out for another pet, but you know what? That's fine. All right, so I guess since that failed, I'm going to go ahead and use our grizzly bears next then to give us the fall mutation, since that's a new one, and we got to get that done and out of the way. And these guys have another pretty short cooldown of about only 4 minutes, and they have a 10% chance. They also make you a little bit of a bigger player model. That's interesting. So I guess I'm a little bit of a bigger boy now. Oh, did you apply? Oh, they actually applied it really quickly. I thought it was gonna be much smaller of a chance there, but we got cracked on a lot of carrots. Okay, I guess it's like a 10% chance for each carrot, so that's actually crazy, and it lasts a very long time. So, and it might be because this one's giant, that helps as well. All right, well, we do have the cracked mutation now, which is perfect. The first time I think I've actually gotten the cracked mutation, so we're good with that. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this cracked carrot over here. Thank you, badgers, for your help, and let's go ahead and get the disco bees ready then. But yeah, that was pretty quick and easy. So if the grizzly bears are like that as well, we should be able to get the fall mutation done. Let's actually see real quick. Fall mutation. Oh, okay. Well, that was actually quick as well. I thought his mutation chance would be a lot less, but we did get the fall mutation done and out of the way real quick with the grizzly bears, so that's perfect. We can go ahead and spawn in 2 more disco bees then to get disco done, and then we'll work on the chicken zombies after that and get ready for our AFK setup. So perfect. These guys actually went pretty quick for us today, which helps me out a lot. So we're gonna have some great mutations today, dude. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a lot of them. All right, so our phoenix is applying the flaming mutation to a ton of our plants here. So we now have flaming on a bunch of stuff, including our golden egg. So that's interesting, but I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll leave the golden egg since we got to get mutations off of it anyways. And I'm gonna get some of these extra carrots out of the way that have other mutations on them as well, and we're good. All right, so thank you, Phoenix, for your service. And with that, we can go ahead and start spawning in some of our chicken zombies here to get the zombified mutation done and out of the way, and then we can add more once our other pets finish here. Our pterodactyl is next with our Krupkadzun, so we should be able to get tempestuous and Krup chakra, maybe foxfire Krup chakra. That'd be nice. Wow. Okay, well, we got Corrupt Chakra done, but we're still not getting Tempestuous done. Usually our Pterodactyl is done by now. It's actually taking a while today, but we can go ahead and pick up our Corrupt Kitsune then. And we got Corrupt Chakra on a lot of stuff, actually. I think some of these sugar apples got it. Yep. So we're good there. We can go ahead and, I guess, go ahead and just pick up these carrots that had it then. All right, well, our Corrupt Kitsune is out of the way, so we're going to just wait for the Pterodactyl to finish then, since he's having a hard time. We're going to go ahead and boost our Peach Wasp as well to get that plasma mutation done. That'll also give a boost to one of our other pets. And then we're gonna go ahead and actually boost our Disco Beast for hopefully a chance to get Disco done and out of the way so we can get more chicken zombies in here. I will spawn in one more chicken zombie for now. And let's see if we get Disco, maybe? Maybe Disco? Buddy, please? All right, failed. Expected. All right, so if we get Disco done, we're gonna get Plasma done now. He's flying to the heavens. Oh, he's so beautiful, dude, with this PNG animation. And we have Plasma done on a sugar apple. Thank you so much, Peach Wasp, for your service. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie to replace him. Hopefully we can get Zombified done, and hopefully we can get Plasma done. Let's see if we get Plasma done. Or not Plasma, Disco. We just got Plasma done. Disco, buddy, come on, you got this. Okay, you don't got this. You're a failure. You're a failure in life, just like me. Just like me, buddy. I understand. All right, Biscuit. See, failed. Okay, well, these guys just hurt me. They just hurt me. That's all they do. They just hurt me. All right, please give us Tempestuous this time, buddy. All right, finally we got Tempestuous added to a carrot. Which one did you help us on? Was it one of these ones? All right, perfect. We got Tempestuous on the carrot that has Toxic on it, so that works. We go ahead and pick up our Pterodactyl finally. We're gonna replace him with an extra chicken zombie, and then we're gonna work to try and get Disco done, and then we'll focus on Zombified so we can get ready for our AFK setup. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and boost some of my chicken zombies because they're almost done here, like Shano and UC. So let's see if we can get Zombified done on something. Failed. All right, where's UC? I need you to be UC full.
What?
I'm so funny. I have no friends. I'm sorry. All right, they both failed, so he's not UC full. He's UC-less. And I'm gonna go ahead and boost my Disco Bees again, and well, maybe, just maybe this time they'll like me enough. Where's my last one? Here he is. All right, come on. Come on, Disco. Bro, failed again? Bro, why do these Disco Bees hate me? Is it because of my dad jokes? Wait, where's Katie? I can boost Katie and maybe get Zombified. Please. Please Zombified, please. Failed? Bro, why everyone's failing me? All right, well, maybe my Disco Bees here will have a chance. We got 3 of them. Let's just wait a minute here and see if any of them give us Disco. If they give us Disco, that'd be wonderful because all my chicken zombies just failed and all my Disco Bees are failing. So please, someone, please. Biscuit or GG, one of you guys, come on. All right, failed. All right, it's up to GG and Biscuit. If they fail again, bro, I'm actually gonna be so sad. Come on, guys, you could do this. You could do this. You could do this. Disco mutation. Disco mutation. Failed. Come on, please, please, please. Let's go. We finally got Disco. All right, Disco is applied to a carrot, bro. I was losing hope there. I was gonna cry and then cry myself to sleep, but we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and gift myself some more toys here so we can boost our chicken zombies and hopefully get them done and out of the way. I'm just glad, though, that we finally got Disco done. At least something. That's all we needed was at least something, man. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie here and a Mimic Octopus just to help in case. And I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my Spriggan because this guy might be able to give us the blue mutation. He has a better chance than some of the other guys I have. And if we get Bloom done, then we have more opportunity to use some of our other pets when we go AFK. All right, so a lot of my chicken zombies here are almost done with their cooldowns. I'm gonna go ahead and boost them and see if we can get the mutation done finally, the Zombified mutation. So let's go ahead and boost them one at a time and see what we get. So where's Shano here? Hello? There you are. All right, let's see if we get Zombified, please. Failed. All right, let's go down to UC. UC, come on. Clutch up for us, please. Failed. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I don't care. All right, Katie, come on, please. Katie, come on, Katie.
Nope.
Failed again, bro. All right, what about Bella and Mimi? Come on. All right, that one's almost done. Where's Bella? Bella, come here. Come on. One of you guys apply the Zombified mutation, please. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Mimic Octopus as well here to maybe try and get it done. Let's see. Or one of my mutations done. Let's see what it mimics.
Bruh.
Okay, it failed again. Bro. All right, I'm gonna boost my gnome. Can we at least get like gnome done maybe? All right, we got gnome done on a carrot. That actually works out perfect for us because that will save us some time later when we do our AFK setup. So that works. We got gnomed on this carrot. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this over here. All right, gnome, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and boost the Spriggan as well here. Let's see if we can get Bloom done. Come on, buddy. Here's a bunch of carrots for you, dude. Hey, don't go too far. Okay, our other chicken zombie failed. Spriggan, don't go too far. Apply bloom to something here, please. Okay, we got bloom on 10 of these things, dude. That was actually really easy. Okay. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and move the bloomed carrot over here. And now bloom is done and out of the way. So you did good. You and the gnome did good. We got 2 of our AFK mutations done, but we're still working on these chicken zombies. So I guess we'll go ahead and bring in the kappas next, since we usually get bloodlet pretty quickly from these guys with the carrots spread out like this. So we'll do that. And then hopefully we can get zombified done. All right, so I just had my kappa go a little crazy and apply wet to a bunch of these carrots, but apparently one of them just got bloodlet, which is this one, which also has bloom on it, which is perfect for us, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and travel this over here, and we can actually go ahead and get rid of this carrot with bloom, since this one has bloodlet and bloom, to save some time. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up, well, I guess I'll move one of these frozen ones over here just in case, and that should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the rest of these carrots with these extra mutations on them, and we can go ahead and also pick up our kappa, since they're good to go and they are done. And we still just gotta wait for these chicken zombies. And then I guess I'll go ahead and place a couple more carrots just to help with the zombies, so they have a little bit more reach. And we have 2 more pet slots we can go ahead and use. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in the new space squirrel to see if we can get the space squirrel's mutation done and out of the way. And I'll also go ahead and spawn in the griffin, since it does help with cooldowns. So if the zombies still take forever, we can get some cooldowns done while we wait. Now, the space squirrel only has a 15% chance for the void touch mutation, but I will boost it. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. And then the griffin, of course, has a 10% chance. So these aren't the best pets, but these are our AFK pets, and we're just kind of getting them done earlier, trying to save some more time in the long run. So we'll see what happens with these guys, but yeah, hopefully we can get the zombified mutation out of the way. All right, so we are still struggling to get the zombified mutation, but as soon as we get it, we can literally go AFK and wait for the rest of the mutations to get applied to what we need. So hopefully Mimi or Bella here comes in clutch and gives us the zombified mutation once and for all. Otherwise, hopefully we can maybe get the void touch mutation or cyclonic out of the way, and then our AFK grind will really be easy when we go AFK. We do have a nighttime event that just spawned in here, so this will make it easy to, there we go, get the moonlit mutation done. And then we'll also keep an eye out for the celestial event to maybe get celestial mutation. Look at that. We finally got the zombified mutation applied to a sugar apple. It did take some time, but we're finally there. And now we're ready to go on our AFK grind. So there we go. So we're finally done with our chicken zombies. We can go ahead and pick these guys up and prepare for our AFK grind now. We are good to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a lobster so we can work on getting molten or meteoric while we're gone in AFK. We'll get the corrupt scarlet out for the corrupt mutation, the tranquil scarlet out for the tranquil mutation, and we'll get the junk bot out for the oil mutation. And then we also have one more slot here. I know we're missing a pet. Oh, the spaghetti sloth. Sorry. Big sneeze there. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my spaghetti sloth so we can get the aromatic mutation from Miss Shard. We can go ahead and get sauce, pasta, and meatball. And when we get all those 3 done, we'll get the spaghetti mutation. And now we should be good for our AFK grind. We do have a mimic octopus. I think we could probably swap him out for something else. Let me see. I can probably swap him for a queen bee for now to save some time on cooldowns. And then before we go AFK, I'm gonna go ahead and give a toy to my space squirrel and my griffin so we can see if we get cyclonic or void touch done, because that would help us a lot as well. All right, it looks like we did not get cyclonic, but that's fine. Let's just real quick see if we can get void touch done. And if we don't, that's fine. We're just gonna AFK, and then we'll come back and get our spinos in here to move stuff over when we're back. All right. Void touch failed, kind of figured, because it's a really low chance, but we'll go AFK and let these pets do their thing, and then we'll throw in some spinos as they finish their mutations, and then we'll probably have to go ahead and also throw in our ascended mooncat as they finish mutations so we can get dawnbound done again. All right, so checking after a quick AFK break here to see what progress we have gotten. It looks like we did get a molten carrot here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move that into our spino platter over here. And it also looks like we actually got a few aromatic carrots. There's one here, and then I believe there's one right here. Yep, and this one also has molten on it, which is interesting. So I think I'm going to take this aromatic and molten one and put it there, and then get rid of this chilled and molten one just so there's less to worry about for our spinos. But we did get cyclonic done, so I'm going to go ahead and move that over, and that is out of the way. So we can go ahead and pick up our griffin, which is nice. We did get a sauce one, so I can go ahead and move this to the platter over here. We did get a pasta one, which is nice. Oh, and it looks like we just got meteoric down on a sugar apple, so we're actually good with our lobster as well. Perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the lobster then. So our sloth is actually done. We got aromatic, sauce, pasta, and meatball. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here so we can go ahead and pick up our spaghetti sloth. He is done, which is perfect. Let's see. So our junk bot I saw an oil carrot over here somewhere, right here. So our junk bot is also done. Oil is done. We can go and pick up our junk bot. Okay, corrupt just failed. I guess with that, we can try and boost our Tranquil. I don't know if we have Tranquil. I haven't seen it yet, so let me go ahead and grab a toy. Let's boost our Tranquil Scarlet. Just see if that helps at all. Okay, failed. All right, well, that's fine. So yeah, it looks like we still need to get Tranquil. We still need to get Corrupt, but all of our other pets are done, which is fantastic. And since we got pretty much all of our other pets done, we have 4 slots here. This is a good time to spawn in our Mega Spinosauruses and our regular Spinosauruses to start moving over all of the mutations to our maple resin, and then we should be good to go. And I guess we can also go ahead and spawn in our Ascended Mooncat to try and get Dawnbound done once we have Tranquil or Corrupt done. Or actually, you know, because these guys take a while and their cooldowns are bugged anyways, I guess I might as well remove the Queen Bee and then spawn in this guy so we can start getting Dawnbound done. Now, I know people might be like, oh, you can use the Queen Bee to get the Dawnbound mutation from your mutated Mooncat. Well, actually, you can't. I've already tested it, and the Queen Bee does not cool down the Dawnbound mutation, which is unfortunate, but this will at least add it in, and then we can try and get it within 6 hours, which will be like almost midnight, but, you know, we'll go for it, I guess. Oh, actually, before I go AFK, our space squirrel just added Void Touch to our maple resin. Oh, and it looks like we actually do have a Tranquil in here. I didn't even realize this. It's right here. Okay, well, we're actually done then with Tranquil, and we're done with our Space Squirrel because we just got Void Touch. It's in these maple resins that are kind of like hidden in here, so I can't really see them. All right, so our main one doesn't have it, but it's favorited, so our Spinos will move it. But yeah, we have a Tranquil one there, and we also have a Void Touch one now somewhere in there. So we're good. Those are actually done. Those are 2 more mutations done and out of the way. So I guess with that then, we will go ahead and spawn back in a Mimic Octopus to help with the Spinos, and we will also spawn in a Queen Bee again to help with getting those cooldowns done. And that should be good. Now we're actually perfectly ready for our AFK grind. So let's do this. We just got to get Corrupt and Dawnbound while we AFK. All right, so it's been like 5 or 6 hours since I went AFK. And here is our maple resin after we had all of the mutations moved over and applied to it now. And so if we actually take a look here, we have a total of 37 mutations. Now they did change the way that the Storm Charge mutation works. It used to be Maelstrom mixed with Static and Shocked, but now it's only Static and Shocked mixed with Tempestuous, I believe. And since we have Tempestuous under that, we can't get Tempestuous again on this Windstruck to actually give us the Maelstrom mutation and have both of them anymore. Used to be able to get both. I don't know why they changed it. Maybe there's a different combo to do that. And then also we did not get Ceramic. We were unable to because we got Infernal done first, but that is fine. We did get Dawnbound added on here though, and everything else that we needed. So again, 37 mutations. And if we split the Spaghetti mutation, that is 39 mutations. If we split the Abyssal mutation, which we finally got this one, that bring us to 40 mutations. Harmonized Chakra 41, Gloom 42, Paradisal 43, Storm Charged would be 45. And we didn't get Maelstrom, but if we had Maelstrom, it'd be 46 technically, but we're at 45. So with Infernal, we're about at 48 mutations. So almost 50 mutations. This thing is going to be worth a lot of money, I believe. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and check the value of it one time with the magnifying glass, and then we'll see if we can get Amber on it, and then check the value of it again. So let's go ahead and use our magnifying glass in 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, so here's our maple resin. We're at 2.9 trillion for this thing. Now, honestly, we could have had some other plants in the past more expensive than this. I think the last video I had like a 1 trillion something plant. A couple videos ago, we had a 1 trillion, but a while back we had one that was 1 trillion. It said it was maxed at 1 trillion. However, Steven won't give you the full value once it's 1 trillion, is what you guys told me in the comments. So I don't know if that one fruit a couple weeks back was more than 1 trillion and maybe closer to this value, but this is 2.9 trillion, which is a lot of money for this maple resin. Now we're going to try and add one more mutation onto it to see if we can maybe get it into that 3 trillion mark. So what we're going to go ahead and do is spawn in some raptors here, and we're going to test our luck with picking it up to see if we get Amber added onto it. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, so we did not get Amber added onto this thing, but our maple resin here is in the 2.9 trillion mark, and it is a lot of money. So let me know in the comments down below if you think this thing is worth it and it's worth to get all the mutations on it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and good luck with your maple resins in the game, and enjoy getting all the mutations on it like I just did here.